KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. You guys, we did it. New week coming out on a Monday. Let's just jump right into it, Alex. Here's our headline for today. Simi Valley football coach fired after kicking ball into student player's groin during practice, and we have the video. So
it's an automatic chuckle. It was not over the story, but do you remember was it The Simpsons? We already had a Simpsons reference off the camera or off the deal.
Yeah.
But do you remember what was it? It was just like, I think there was like a highlight video. It was basically like America's Funniest Home Videos on The Simpsons, and it was just like,
it was the Simpsons Film Festival.
Yeah,
it was the Simpsons Film Festival.
The old guy just keeps getting hit. Wherever he was, he got hit in the crotch with the ball.
And in this film festival, the film that won
was his, right?
Was just this guy getting repeatedly hit with this ball. That's the one that won.
See, that's funny. That's funny stuff. However, this part is not funny because it's not a cartoon and it's a stupid high school football coach being really stupid.
So let's watch it. We've got the video, right?
Yeah, I think we've got like
Ken's
a news.
Gonna bring up.
This
is Royal High School in Simi Valley Unified School District, and the coach is a man named Adam Brubaker.
Royal High School's Highlanders football team.
Oh, we're going to watch the story.
Okay. Opening game, hours after the firing of the team's head coach. Adam Brubaker losing his job after this video started circulating on social media. The coach admittedly angry at one of the team members on the practice field when he suddenly kicked a ball.
And I kicked the ball and it hit him in the groin area.
Let me hear it. Let me hear the excuse, buddy.
I mean, instantly, I felt like I was going to pass out. Obviously, a great deal of remorse for what happened. It's a 1 in a million shot.
Okay, pause right there. Pause right there.
Camera recorded.
Because, okay, you can see on the video right here, Ethan, and people who are listening
it's
can't.
Not actually 1 in a million shot.
He's about 4 yards away from the kid, and the ball's on the ground in front of him. He's kicking it straight at the kid. So 1 in a million shot, not exactly true. On top of it, and then he also said, and I just felt terrible. Except for instantly he kicked the ball, and then the kid goes down to the ground, and he stares the kid down while he's walking away like, yeah, dude.
Well, so play that again. I want to see his reaction right afterwards.
So he starts going, boom, stares him down, and just walks away.
See, I would think that if he was really remorseful in that moment, he would have immediately run up to the kid, like kicked it, and then been like, "Oh wait."
No, yeah, and so guess who comes to the rescue? By the way, it's all of the teammates, it's assistant coaches. They're the ones who come over, like, "Hey man, you okay?" Okay, here's the rest of the story, and here's where the real irony comes in as to why he was mad at this kid.
No one is allowed to knock a teammate to the ground during drills because of the risk of injury. Brubaker becoming upset after he says one of the athletes violently pulled a running back to the ground.
Yeah.
But the coach says he was not aiming at the player. The incident captured on video
what was he aiming at?
Was an accident.
When we finished practice, I went back over to him. I apologized.
After reviewing the incident, the Simi Valley Unified School District decided to fire Brubaker.
Yeah, you can see an assistant right there giving it back to him right there.
Our focus now is to support our student athletes, provide stability for the program, and help the team move forward.
All right, that's good.
All right, so let me ask you this, because you know this world better than me. And I got a couple of questions.
You're talking about planet Earth. I think I am well versed in
Can this man find another job as a high school head coach?
You know what's unfortunate? How good is he as a coach?
So if he wins games, he'll find another one.
Anything can happen. Oh yeah, some program out there is going, but Brubaker's pretty good. Brubaker's pretty good, man, and because they beat us the last like 7 years in a row. Let's let some of this blow over a little bit, and then we'll get the PR team to craft something that says something about we believe in second chances.
He should probably shave his goatee.
Just get a whole new facial look.
Yeah, you can't. Listen, Michael's right. You gotta go different facial hair. And I'm not talking about showing up with put some. Oh, you know what? Oh no, he was already wearing glasses. Take the glasses off, do the no facial hair, and then be like, I'm a changed man. And
he needs to get LASIK. He needs to get rid of the. here's a problem.
No one will care about this in 2 seconds if this guy's good enough and he goes and wins somewhere else. This is the unfortunate part about coaching.
Middle-aged white guys with goatees have a huge problem right now. We do. And I'm not saying we. I'm a middle-aged white guy. I don't have a goatee, but there is kind of this problem.
Yeah.
With, let's say, late middle-aged white guys who have goatees. Yeah. I won't specifically say bald also.
Yeah. Oh, listen.
I feel like if you know, you know.
I don't know. That's all I'm like.
I will say this. Yeah. No, it's like a guy at it's a guy at like a college football tailgate.
I just feel like
Michael, don't listen.
I just
generalizations. But we're talking about. Listen, you're talking about middle-aged guys, and you're not there to the middle-aged part where you got the facial hair. All right, so stop being such a creep.
He doesn't have a goatee. He has a full beard.
He has a full beard. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't look. You're 10 years away from being an ultimate creep. Ethan and I have been there for a couple of years already.
You just, at a certain point, you got to let go of the macho-ness a little bit.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, you know what? I'm mostly an old man now.
So, okay,
so
but on this front,
how about instead of being, this aggressive football bro, what if I'm more like a mentor?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
I've told you this. And I think we didn't. I don't know if we had this discussion officially at the beginning of the year. We needed to, though, which is we need to have this discussion. Hey, it's just like when we tell people it's that time of year, head coaches of any youth sports teams and parents that are in the crowd at any sports stuff, let's dial it back. You know what I mean? Like, let's step back. If you're it's the same attitude of the road rager. Just like step into your car, step onto the football field, step onto the child's activity, and remember for 1 second, like, what's the most important thing in your life. And it's not that. And just for a moment, just reset for a moment. And I need to tell myself this all the time. I coach my kid's 4th grade team. You can get dads getting aggressively over the top. Like, we're across the field from other coaches, and they'll be yelling stuff at kids that sometimes you're like, oh boy. And I can see, and I'll tell you too, it would have if you would have said this is his son, right? One, we probably wouldn't have ever heard anything about it. But then two, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think sometimes coaches, the dads of their sons who are on teams,
really hard on their
they
kids,
could be super hard on them. And like, I saw a meme this weekend. They're like, tell me, see if you can spot the coach's kid. And it was like a coach in a huddle getting so mad at a kid, grabbing a face mask, getting in his face and talking to him. And I remember thinking, yeah, you got to back it off. So I would just say, get on the road. Remember what the most important thing is. It's not that road trip home. Go to the football game. Remember, the most important thing in life is not
winning.
Your kid winning fourth grade.
Not winning.
Yeah, it's not winning that 4th grade football game. And if that means that you want to label me as not a champion, then here we are.
I'm going to teach everybody something right here. All 4 of us. Okay. It's a
very simple. Listen up.
It's a very simple breathing exercise.
Get some facial hair. Get middle aged, and then you'll walk a mile in our shoes, Caitlin.
We're all going to do it. We're all going to do it together. Okay.
All right.
Now the trick is with this, and this freaking works. Okay, I'm telling you, this works. I actually have used this with a number of people who've kind of needed a little bit of help. Not that I'm, trying to, treat people, but this freaking works for me, and I've seen it really work. Okay, so you breathe in for a shorter amount of time than you breathe out.
Oh boy!
Right? So you do try a 5 second.
Can we do it together as a team here?
We're gonna do a 5 second breathe in and a 7 second breathe out.
Okay,
ready?
So, all right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You breathe in. Big breath, and now out. 7.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to know what's funny is I literally was about to say I think we all just need to take a deep breath. And
hey, here we go.
I'm telling you. So the trick is,
I'm out of shape. You just got woozy.
You're trying to expel everything out of your lungs,
the negativity,
and so you do a big deep breath, and then you do an exhale that is just a little bit longer, just a couple seconds longer than the inhale, and boy, it just brings everything back down. And it is a really powerful little trick. If you're feeling kind of wound up, if you're in the car and you're feeling kind of wound up, that's something you can do because you don't have to close your eyes. So a lot of these mindfulness things are hard to do in the car because you got to close your eyes, which you should not do.
I love it.
And so
the 1 in a million comment to me from this guy was the thing that really got me, where he's like, oh, I felt terrible instantly. Didn't look like it. Number 2, it's a 1 in a million shot. The one kid you kicked the ball at, the kid who was closest to you, who you kicked the ball at.
Yeah.
4 yards away. We're not talking about it hit him on the run while he was diving into the field house to get away from the coach, and it still got him. Boom. It was not that difficult to kick a ball square at a kid to the front of his body, and you hit the worst part of the body you could hit in the very front.
Yeah.
So bottom line is this guy getting fired, I don't feel bad for him. I love that the news team got an interview with him. I love that he was like, oh, yeah, I feel good enough to do an interview about
That was a
this.
mistake. You shouldn't do that.
He shouldn't do it because he came across as like, by the way, and they made him put the video of him kicking the ball at the kid in the background of himself, and he's like, yeah, I felt terrible. I almost fainted. It was like, no, you didn't. Fainted from yelling at the kid still because you didn't even walk over to him.
Ryan had this to say in the comments. He said, this is the same thing as Nightside. Ethan took 9 years off after kicking a ball at Alex. He's back now. Grew the beard instead of shaving.
Yeah, well, we've all forgotten about the incident. All right, remember last night of the show. Ethan kicked a ball at me right when we walked out of the studio.
Is this actually true?
No, come on.
Well, you never know.
No, we were.
That's true. You do never know.
We were forced out and then apologized to 9 years later. What? I don't know what's going on.
So I just think if this coach had known this breathing technique that I learned, if I'd have had a chance, this is my fault, Alex. If I'd have had a chance to teach this guy this breathing exercise, he would still be employed.
Okay.
Sure.
Patience.
Yeah.
Touching
Hey everybody!
grass.
Hey,
It's my fault.
Hey everybody! Let's do the Millard breathing exercise. Take a minute. And they've got a
It
picture.
works. It's
They've
yoga.
got a picture of you up at the stadium. Yeah.
With a countdown 5, 4, and then up to 7. 7.
I love it.
Could be our new weight screen, just the Millard breathing
Yeah,
exercise.
the Millard breathing.
Face at the
And it's
beginning.
just you. It's just you, like zooming in and out of like the jumbotron.
I'll work on it.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you got next, Millard?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you're in charge of the
Sorry,
next
we were right in the
thing for
middle.
us. Yeah.
I calmed down so much doing that breathing exercise. I just was not
I
ready.
just gave up.
I just was not ready for it.
You know.
Okay.
Stay on your toes, everybody, when you do this breathing exercise. You don't need to do it with your eyes closed while you're driving.
So everyone is really impressed with this, and I don't know why anyone's impressed. This seems like the most obvious thing in the world. But a humanoid robot has beaten Usain Bolt's 100-meter sprint record at the World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing, China
Oh, look
on
at
Saturday.
it. We got the video, of course.
We got the video here. So
All right.
I don't.
Oh
man.
Humanoid robot has run faster than Usain Bolt.
Usain
The
Bolt.
of the world
Look at that thing.
humanoid
Dude.
games here in Beijing.
Pretty cool, huh?
Even it crashes.
They
Crash. That's the thing that gets me. This
But
is
the
like
athletes, at the actual ones, the athletes kind of run into the wall too. Is this lady a humanoid too?
To box
These are
to
crazy.
sprint.
Those are crazy to me.
He beat Bolt by 0.2 of a second.
That's pretty good.
And I mean, this is cool, right? This technology is cool, but was obviously going to happen.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and this will continue to happen in every category of human achievement. This is going to happen, right? I mean, is there anything that humans can do that robots at the end of the day will not be able to do faster or more precise?
write poetry.
But here's the other thing. Why
write poetry?
Well,
I'm
that's what
not
I'm gonna
convinced
say.
of that. I'm not convinced of that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't either. But here's the thing. Why should we be impressed?
They can't love.
Why should we be impressed that a machine beat a human at a foot race? You know what I mean? Like,
This is my point exactly. You're making my point
because
exactly.
I'm watching it. I'm like, now here's the thing. When you first saw the Boston Dynamic videos, when they had that dog, you remember
the dog? The dog was weird.
And they would kick the dog over, and it would like right itself. At first, they would kick the dog over. It would fall over if you blew on it, and just like, and the dog would fall over. And you're like, oh yeah, we'll never get to the point. But then they'd take it out in the woods, and it would run through the woods, and it would look creepy as all get out.
It was
and
the
then
uncanny
would,
valley, yeah.
And then the guy would come over and he'd kick it, and it would like right itself, and you're like, man. So I guess from like a human balance, or I mean, I guess from just like a balance standpoint, or here's the other thing is what's the functionality of the world we're talking about here? So, wow, if you showed me that, show me what a crazy computer could do, and then we go, I can't wait to have that in my house. We aren't doing that with this technology. Man, I can't wait to have that at our next track meet. No, we're not doing it. I don't know what is it like landing on the moon where we're like, it's just an accomplishment. Just be excited about it.
Can I point something out too about China?
No.
Here we go. Both Michael and I are like, yeah, can't wait.
I love how nervous Michael gets.
I know.
He always gets so nervous. It's like, by this point, Michael, do you not believe that we can deliver a straightforward show?
He's nervous. I get the popcorn out and get ready.
Same.
He
I
gets
get
nervous.
popcorn
Caitlin's
too.
here for
I
it,
like
too.
being nervous.
All right,
it's like
fine.
watching a scary film.
This
Jump
is
scare.
This is a line from this news article on this
right.
robot competition. So the event is in its second year and aims to demonstrate China's rapid progress in the development of advanced robotics with competitions in sports such as running, table tennis, and soccer. So that's what this is. It's an Olympic for robots, showcase the technology. And I just feel like where are we in all this?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Where are we? I mean, right now we're busy trying to write the perfect regulation so that China can never have our very best AI chips. And this just seems futile. It's just the futility of this. It's like, guys, what are we doing? I mean, we're afraid that China's not to get our best AI chips. Is it entirely possible that they have already blown past us in every meaningful metric?
Yeah.
I mean, for goodness sakes, where are we? What are we doing here? I mean, the big economic news last week was we're going to import all of this beef from Argentina so we can try and lower the price of hamburgers.
I gotta find out who I am.
We need to give our great American beef herd a little time to rebuild. And we don't
Great
about prices.
Great American Beef Herd is my favorite. That's my favorite band name of all time, by the way.
And it's like, in the meantime, China's all, cool. No, Argentine beef is great. Anyway, we got a robotic Olympics that we're doing. It'll be fine.
Well, here's the thing. Is it better? So we try to come up with all these regulations. You're right. And we're trying to freak out and trying to basically just over-regulate so that we can't see those things. And yet at the same time, we're all watching the same videos. We're like, I kind of like that electric car. That's the thing is when they put
that phone or something.
When they put out an electric car, I'm like, bring that here. I want that thing that they have.
Cool smartphones over there.
What's the difference in smartphones? Don't show me almost. But in my head, I'm like, oh, actually, what? What's so cool about it?
I can show you some. It's like the Huawei smartphones.
Oh yeah, everyone's
give me the beats.
They're just better. They just work better. It's hard to explain. I have to actually show you videos of
well, thank heavens we're getting these ones that are made in the USA for us.
My question on these robots is kind of like, what's the point? Are they trying to
see? That's my worry.
That's the worry.
You know what?
Okay.
You'll
well,
know.
We don't need to go down.
Imagine one with a police light on it and just that sprinting towards you, just
with a police light on.
Yeah,
it?
just like coming at you like that.
We already had that. Inspector Gadget. You remember Inspector Gadget?
It gets to you, it just tackles you on the ground. That's my worry about these things.
You're gonna know what this is. You're gonna know the point of this when the Chinese army is full of
that's why I'm getting that.
sprinting robot soldiers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's when we'll know what this is.
And by the way, okay. Well, you wouldn't be able to produce those things at a. We've already made. Yeah? What's great is we've already made all the movies that depict all this. So we don't have
and we're still doing. Wow. We're now doing it in real life.
What makes you think they can't scale this?
I mean, I'm just saying, we can't. I think the next defense missile that we fire at Iran is the last one we have in the cache. You know what I mean? At some point, each one of these. How much do you think one of these robots cost?
They have plenty of them. So.
$13,000.
How much did the Chinese sprinting
I love how that's
cost?
Look. This is the thing that I brought up, and I wasn't even thinking the Matthew Broderick Inspector Gadget.
Where my mind went.
I went straight to the cartoon one. Of all the examples that we have, I came up with Inspector Gadget as being the one. I don't know why.
All right. So AI says this. Of course, we're using AI for this. So the specific retail price for the record-breaking sprinting humanoid robot has not been publicly disclosed. However, here are a few clues. Okay. So commercial, agile, and running-capable humanoids from top Chinese manufacturers generally range from mass market affordables, which start around between $6,000 up to $16,000 for standard consumer and research units.
That's on
the higher tier research configurations.
Gotta be these.
Are up between $27,000 to $90,000. So
that actually is
still
a lot cheaper
well
than
under $100,000. And how much is a Patriot missile?
I thought.
I was going. How much did it cost to maintain a single army soldier?
Can I guess a Patriot missile?
Tell me.
11 million.
No, actually 4 million.
Okay. I overdid it so that I didn't feel so bad about myself.
See, so we just fire these robots at people. There you go.
And then they land and then they attack.
Exactly.
This is the new thing.
You just run at them, like I said.
You do a way better job in Iran right now.
They're breaking the rules, though. They're breaking the rules like they did in What was that zombie movie? 28 Days Later. Where the guy wakes
up in the hospital. Zombies are breaking the rules.
Oh,
the robots are breaking the rules.
They're breaking the rules because you remember how scary. What was the scary thing about 28 Days Later?
Was the zombies.
Yeah, the zombies.
But remember the zombies though? They sprinted.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at
that's
here.
True. They were fast. They were a lot faster. They were a lot faster.
Scary. That made them so dang scary.
Yeah.
And
relentless. They were really good. They did cardio.
They just ran like crazy. That was a scary thing. This is scary in that same way. Could you imagine sprinting Chinese robots? Soldiers.
There's a reason why I was saying this.
Robots.
Are you trying to move us along? I saw you do this.
I think
We're
we
at
should.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's Caitlin rapped me, I rapped you, and then
We could keep talking. Just
kidding.
We'll have our own
You guys
conversation
can have
about
your own
this.
chat.
Okay. All right. Next up,
Okay, what do you have?
we need to talk about needle injuries. Sanitation workers.
The transition.
Sorry.
New York City sanitation workers are reporting an increase in needle stick injuries, a trend that the sanitation department says may be linked to a growing number of residents using needles for GLP-1.
You know what? You should be excited that it's GLP-1 if it's just the GLP-1 needle injuries.
Now,
if they were reporting that this was, we've never seen an increase in heroin needles lying around the city. That's what we're talking about. 1,000% you would have this issue.
Jason Levy told ABC, that's one of my biggest fears is the sanitation workers reaching for a bag and getting poked with something.
Yikes.
According to the New York City Department of Sanitation, 49 workers have been pricked by needles so far this year.
Are we still reaching for bags?
Over the past 3 years, 140 employees have experienced needle stick injuries. Well, yeah, because a lot of that stuff in New York City has to be done manually just because of the old and kind of organic way the city's grown out.
Yeah, it's still,
they don't have the
packed
options
out. And you can't have just a truck pull up and do the grab thing. And
yeah,
you need to get to that point.
I mean, they've got those lifts that are like under the sidewalk, and I mean, they've got all kinds of crazy things.
So okay, so we have. I was asking you this too. We have one of those Sharps containers here at the office, and I thought, I wonder if those have a cajillion more needles in it. But you brought up that's not really an option. You don't think people are injecting because I don't know where else you would get access to like our office has one of these places you could drop off a thing. So my question, this is a personal question, but where do you put a
I got a little box.
A box of
Looks
needles.
just
like a box of cereal? What are we talking?
It's just one of those little orange boxes. You stick them in there.
And then you throw that away?
You're supposed to take it somewhere to dispose of it, but I've never needed to do that.
Oh, because it's not full yet.
It's a little container. Yeah, it's like this big. I mean, I'll never fill it. But I do think, though, that at work, most of the needles you're going to find are for diabetes, for diabetic medication.
So we haven't increased it at work. People aren't coming to work to inject. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think GLP-1 users are doing this at work because, number one, it's a little bit private. And number two, you got to keep it refrigerated. You got to keep it refrigerated.
Imagine Ethan. I'm Ethan Miller in the KSL 24-hour news center. Hold on.
Could you see it? What if you just had medication there with everyone's lunches in the newsroom?
I'm trying to think, because you and I don't take a lunch break. There's no. But if that's where we're gonna get, by the way, we're gonna get injection breaks across the board. When I haven't looked because you're not on our insurance, right? You're not on the work one here. I'm fascinated. I am interested to see if our work does our work pay for the GLP-1s? I say work. Does our insurance is our insurance willing to do it?
Not sure.
I bet it's covered to some degree.
It's if you have. I mean, in the past, I haven't looked into this recently. If you have diabetes, it
not
is
interested.
But
not interested. This is all for the people who just want the recreational GLP-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's changed. So most insurances didn't cover it.
Okay, well, so that's but see, I think now they're coming around because they're like, obviously, if it's going to save them money in the long run to get their people skinny and still have them pay high premiums, if they pay $80 a month in I don't know, in GLP-1 dollars. Anyway, I just okay, but this got us thinking because there are cheaper options out there, Ethan, for GLP-1s now, and our favorite entrepreneur has now gotten on board.
Steve, thank you. What we've needed great minds to get in and drive down the price of this medication. It's too expensive.
Hey there, you sick and tired of being sick and kind of chubby too? Well, you don't want to pay those Hollywood fancy injection medicine prices, do you? Old Steve knows how you feel. Get out of the GLP-1 rat race and change over to Steve's Weight Loss Club this month at half off. Steve's Weight Loss Club meets in West Valley every week, starting with a brisk walk around the Valley Fair Mall for you, and you guessed it, some low-carb brisket from Steve's barbecue stand.
That's
good.
Then we have an injection party for those who are a little nervous about doing the injection stuff themselves. Have a friend from Steve's Weight Loss Club do the injections for you. Steve, you're probably saying, I thought you said GLP-1 injections are too expensive. Well, they are, so come on down to Steve's Weight Loss Club for exclusive access to Steve's proprietary blend of GLP-2s, GLP-3s. You'll start losing weight and gaining hair in no time. Hey, Steve, where'd you get those weight loss drugs you're talking about? Have these statements been evaluated by the FDA? Well, join us this month to get bonus access to weight loss medications my cousin found in Tijuana called GLP-1. Don't let those fancy influencer moms and Draper tell you how to live your life. Act now this month, get a free weighted vest made from some old fishing weights I got off of Facebook Marketplace. You'll get to that goal weight lickety-split. This month only, get some free vitamins and stuff too with your subscription. Ashwagandha gravy mix. All the letter vitamins. Caffeinated egg salad sandwiches. Steve's here for you on your weight loss journey, but the journey starts out with our walking group this Saturday behind the In-N-Out Burger at the Valley Fair Mall here in West Valley.
Do they have a In-N-Out Burger over there?
Almost certainly.
The GOP-1.
Almost
That really got me.
I love the idea. I love the idea of a pre-workout egg salad sandwich. It's caffeinated.
Ashwagandha biscuits and gravy mix too. Like he's on a different level.
He's playing 3D chess.
Because you guys are over here trying to be like, oh, because the reality is I would eat a caffeinated egg salad sandwich right now. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
If the taste is messed up by it, then I'd be a little bit weirded out by it. But like, I love an egg salad sandwich, and nowadays I can't go 2 seconds without my caffeine. You know what I mean? So if that's my delivery system, then Steve's got my money. Take my money.
Take our money, Steve.
What's in a GLP-2?
Is there a GLP-2?
Well, I'm just saying it's probably the next level, right?
Yeah.
You guys, I love that you're searching. Are there GLP-2s?
I'm looking.
In ChatGPT, I got you. I got you. Oh, my goodness. Well, Steve's got, like I said, he's thinking about it. And here's the other thing. They'll probably throw away your needles for you at Steve's injection parties.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
There is a GLP-2.
Are you kidding?
There's a GLP-3 technically also. So Steve is already on.
But what do they do? They make you fatter. They're actually for people that gain weight.
I'm trying to understand it. It's to treat GLP-2s to treat short bowel syndrome.
Okay, well.
So
it's more for like actual gut health.
Yeah, I think we should leave it at that.
Not interested.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's not as interesting.
I don't want that. I mean, my goodness.
I mean, we could talk more about bowels.
It has to do with your eating habits in a way.
Yeah.
So
Did your AI doctor teach you about disposing of needles when you started your journey?
No.
Do you have to go buy the needles in?
No, it all comes in a.
Really?
Every time I get a new little vial, I get a whole new thing.
That's probably why they're not teaching the people.
You know what? That's better. That makes more sense, and that makes I would want to do this now more, because if you had to go to the drugstore and be like, "You got any of them needles?"
I'm pretty sure you can just order them on Amazon. Well,
that's true.
Because they're just like for anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know.
Apparently, they are the same needles they use for like
the drugs, heroin.
Well,
I get
medication.
I mean,
other drugs.
what I mean is. The diabetes.
Yeah,
what do you do for the diabetes?
Yeah,
Insulin.
the diabetes.
Insulin.
Yeah, there you go.
Insulin. That's
well, it's actually supposed to be used for.
Well, insulin's the original peptide.
As far as I know, that's the. As far as I know, it's the same needle. Although I guess I'm not even sure where I heard that.
You just know. We know naturally of experience.
Do you refrigerate? Here's my question: Do you refrigerate the needles? You want a cold needle?
No. For the crispest, coldest injection experience.
People with phobias to needles are probably
I'm hating this conversation right now.
The pills probably changed it all too.
Oh, at some point they're going to go. At some point it'll all be in a pill.
That's what.
It's
that's
already
what they're doing.
There's a GLP.
I know that, but not every version is available in a pill.
Yeah.
So they're all slightly different, and so the one pill that they have might not be what's recommended in every case. You know what I mean?
You should come full circle on it, on the whole thing, and just get and just have it delivered by with a cookie. You know what I mean?
I was going to say airborne. Just have it just airborne everywhere.
You know what?
Everyone's on GLP-1 now.
KSL starts aerosolizing GLP-1s in the building, and we're all walking around just not stealing Deseret News' food anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about. Not me.
Not me, says Michael.
Not me either.
All right. Millard, final thing on our Monday stupidity here. What do we got going on?
Dolly Parton says that she and her team are in early talks with companies to produce avatar performances. She has done her best to continue working through health issues. She is 80 years old now. And not sure,
that is crazy.
how long can you tour? How long can you do these concerts as an 80-year-old? Or how far into your 80s can you go? And so she's been looking at this technology, which would allow her to basically appear as a hologram type thing. She didn't describe it in detail. She says they're still in the early stages of development, but she's considering hosting these concerts. And I don't know that I would go to a Dolly Parton hologram concert.
I thought Swifties did this too. I thought Taylor Swift was thinking about doing this too. There's a version of like a virtual concert you can watch of her, right?
Sure. I don't know.
Or is
Maybe.
Don't act like. Come on.
I actually don't know because I've seen her.
Gorillas have done this.
Well, the
Gorillas have done this.
The Gorillas are like an actual virtual band in a way.
In a
way
this is
with Madonna. It was at the Grammys.
All right. Well, okay, we have video of
This
it?
is video
Okay.
of
Yeah,
now
from the Grammys.
Hold on, let's have a look
ago.
what this is. Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, this
playing
is the
music.
Gorillas.
and they look so they are 3D, they are holograms.
Okay, yeah, you're
so
playing the Gorillas, yeah.
Yeah, I
when
thought you
you
were trying to say this was Dolly Parton. I was like, this is not Dolly
experimental,
Parton.
yeah.
Yeah.
will you turn it up?
You can't.
It's
It's
music.
I'm
We're going to get
trying to
copyrighted if we
read
play
it.
the Gorillas music.
But that's hologram Madonna right
Okay,
there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not real. She's not real. Now the other guys look like cartoons. She looks phenomenal. She probably loves this version of her too.
The real Madonna comes out in a second.
Oh, then
But yeah,
that'll
the
be-
Gorillas have always been like,
everyone
Yeah,
goes,
they've
always
hid their
been like
identities.
this. This has been our
and-
identity since they were created.
So this is a good point.
It
So
makes sense.
none of those holograms are Damon Albarn. They are characters that were created by his partner in Gorillas.
I think
and-
MF Doom was one of the characters too in Gorillas for a while too, right?
Well, no, he featured in like some of the
May he
songs.
rest.
Well, I mean, So,
But if you actually go
Gorillas-
to a Gorillas concert, they're like the singer
is the
will
way-
actually will be there in person.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Damon
Yeah.
Albarn. So we have tickets to their show in October. They're
Where
coming
is
in.
it? Is it here?
It's here.
This is coming back
I'm gonna
again.
go.
Okay,
This will
probably
be the
that's-
second time that we've seen them at the Delta Center. Which, by the way, Delta Center is not a great place.
It
for
really
concerts.
is.
It's
I was
just
there. I went there to the last concert.
Maybe
for
the
Delta Center.
maybe the revamp is
You were
going to
there
be
for
good.
Gorillas?
Yeah. It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, and it had that woman, the singer from the latest album.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool actually to see them live and everything.
Maybe the Delta Center will be, but but in person, the virtual stuff in person, what does it look like?
So they didn't have any of the virtual stuff in person.
They had the reality.
It was very much a traditional kind of concert. I think I'm trying to think the visuals. They did have a lot of visuals.
They had the visuals,
but
and
they
everything.
didn't do holograms like this. Damon Albarn was there.
Yeah.
And he performed. And he had a guest vocalist with him that appeared on one of his then most recent album, because Gorillaz is a collaborative band.
Right.
It's always him and someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Or four other people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So my question is this though, what would you actually do? Okay, to see Dolly Parton in person, if you want to go to a concert, and going to see the concert in person, even if they are performing live, I'm like so over that.
I love concerts.
I tend to
I have
as well.
one tomorrow. I'm stoked for.
You're going to one tomorrow?
Yeah,
What
I
is
went
it?
to one on Friday. I'm going to Good Charlotte on tomorrow. On Tuesday. And Avenged Sevenfold. You probably like who's that? But
I do not ask who Good Charlotte is, but I do ask why you're going to it.
Because I love John.
You know Good Charlotte.
Of course I know who Good Charlotte is. I'm just saying, now I know when you graduated from high school. Now now I know.
Well, that's fine. What's your problem?
Yeah.
But anyways, I
saying,
love
that's
live
the-
music. I don't know. I think I would pay a lower dollar to see a hologram of, say, Michael Jackson.
Low dollar.
It would be
or Elvis Presley. Someone who is no longer, it's not an option. Which, same with Dolly, I guess. But
how do you make the experience like you're not just basically listening to Apple Music and CarPlay with?
It's kind of just like watching a movie.
Here's where I would do it. I would not show up to a theater and watch an avatar of a performer. I would do it. I would pay for this, Dolly Parton or whoever. I would do it at the Sphere.
Now the
Sphere in Las Vegas
interesting.
is legit, because then you're there for that visual show anyway.
Yeah.
When I go to see Gorillaz in October at the Delta Center, I'm there to see the band and hear the music live. when you go to the Sphere, you're there for the larger visual thing. So if Dolly Parton had a show at the Sphere and she appeared live, let's say, but as an avatar,
and you got more visuals.
I would,
Okay, let me look and see.
I would feel like that was a cool show, but to show up like at the Delta Center or at one of the other concert venues, and then the band
just,
basically appeared via Zoom.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just, I think it would work better if like it was a feature. Like I think Dolly Parton featured on a song, and the main performers were like, "Oh, we can have Dolly Parton here as a virtual thing."
She phones in, yeah,
and that kind of thing. That would be kind of cool.
That would be interesting. Yeah,
like.
Okay, tickets to the Gorillas, by the way. Upper Bowl. Any guesses?
How much are they? I'm actually kind of curious.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I just think that concerts now are just expensive.
It could be anywhere from $67 to $150.
Yeah, it starts actually at $160.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
For
Upper Bowl,
that's insane.
You want to be lower bowl, you're looking at $300 to start.
What has happened?
How about the floor? Floor's pretty cheap.
The floor is not too bad. It's $330.
Listen, I remember when lower bowl used to be the $150 to $200.
There are lower bowl ones that are $450 and $300, $375. Oh, $480 for this one. So I'm you get a sandwich on this one. Is it a caffeinated egg salad sandwich?
I never get sitting at concerts like Gorillas or something like that. For me, I want to be dancing.
Well, it just depends on the moment. Sometimes you got to breathe, you know?
No.
Well, and here's
never breathe. It's a workout session.
But here's the real problem when they put you in a stadium that has a seat back that you're like, it actually is more, it's really uncomfortable to stand there when your seat back is right up against you. And by the way, everyone in the whole stadium is going to go, can you sit down, please?
Exactly.
So
you're all supposed to be standing, in my opinion.
You're not supposed to be?
You all are supposed to be standing.
But the social contract now is that the reality is more people are sitting than they are standing,
but
right?
You should be able to sit in your seat if you buy one. I mean, the Toto concert I went to on Friday I told you it was a low-sold show. And
look at your range, dude. Toto and then Good Charlotte tomorrow.
I go to shows. I like music.
I love it.
But there was a lot of room for activities on the lawn. I like seats better at what is it called now? The amphitheater.
Yeah.
But it's just because the music quality sounds a little bit better and it's more of an experience. But there was so much room for activities. I was doing cartwheels. So
there's so much room for activities. Like you write a coloring book and be like, I couldn't do this at the Henry.
She's just jumping all over the place. It sounds like.
Yeah. I didn't know you liked Toto. So she
got free tickets.
I was like, did
but
you get free tickets?
I do like them.
This is what you need to do.
Were they good in concert?
Yeah.
Great.
Of course, they are.
I did not even know who these people were, like the individuals. The guitarist played for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I had no idea until this weekend.
They're all part
of that.
They all did the
Michael
Jackson
rock.
Thriller album.
Yeah. They're all part of Yacht Rock, dude. They performed with the Doobie Brothers. They did all that stuff.
This is why, if you ever want to hear something interesting, who's that band that just did the Rains in Africa song again? They just redid it.
Oh, Weezer did.
Weezer.
Yeah.
Listen to the two together. Listen to one then the other, and you're going to hear the difference in.
I've heard it.
You're going to hear the difference in the musicianship, because Toto, those guys they came together. They were session musicians, which are like musical mercenaries.
Right.
And they just show up. I need the best guitarist to play on this album, and they pull these guys. And homework for everybody. Okay. There is a documentary that HBO produced. It's called Yacht Rock. A documentary. Have you guys seen this?
I've seen it.
No, but now I want to watch it because I saw these guys.
You gotta watch it because now you've seen Toto live. You have to watch this, and Michael, you too. You have to watch this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a big music guy.
You will be amazed at the footprint that they had in music. All these guys, in this genre, this LA 70s.
Yeah.
I slowly learned that as they did their introduction. I was like, you're saying the words Ringo Starr right now? What's going on? Like, what's up? Who are these people? And then I Googled it later. I was like, whoa, I had no idea. But they were very good live.
You find out all the different albums they've played on?
Yeah. I was scared when I looked it up.
Nuts.
I was like, I was in the presence of greatness just then, and I had no idea.
You got to watch this.
They are really, really good.
I got to my Stevie
Wasn't that
Wonder
a great show,
sometime.
Alex? Wasn't that a great show? The Yacht Rock
documentary. Yeah, and I actually went down a weird rabbit hole after I watched it because I watched a YouTube series that was like a joke series on Yacht Rock, and it was basically... It was already spot on. It was way prior to this.
It's referenced in this.
It was way prior. It was way prior to this because that web series is like a comedy series, and it showed how weird all their relationships were. It kind of made up like how much they hated each other, which I'm sure there was some of that too. But like, It was all intermingled. Like that whole Yacht Rock group was totally like they were one big family in a weird way.
It was. In fact, the guys that did Yacht Rock, the documentary, were the ones who did the original web series.
Oh, okay.
And so and they referenced the web series. You remember they referenced the web series a few times.
For sure. Yeah.
It's those same guys.
That's why I went back and watched it because I remember, or that's why I went back and watched it because I was like, oh yeah, that was weird. It was so low quality. The web series was so bad. It was so stupid, but it shows these guys. All right. Yacht Rock. That's a good ending, right? Hey, we've got our show from, I know, we've got our show from 1 to 3, of course, downstairs. The regular version of KSL Brightside where we totally reel ourselves in. We totally ran ourselves in. Don't let ourselves get nearly as loose as this, but we have a good time still. So you can join us 1 to 3 downstairs in the main KSL News Radio studio and listen over the airwaves, but you can always download the podcast wherever podcasts are found, stream the YouTube channel as well, and if you comment on the YouTube channel, you can enter yourself to win a Brightside t-shirt. Go to ksl.com/win and find yourself getting logged in for a limited edition of a KSL Brightside shirt. Did I say all of the things? For Michael, for Caitlin, for Ethan, I'm Alex. We'll be downstairs. It is KSL Brightside.
Prices go down?
In a normal year, yes. In fact, in a normal year, gas prices generally start declining already in late June. This year, obviously, a bit of an exception, but yes, as we get back into the grind, as schools reopen, gasoline demand starts to slowly and seasonally decline as temperatures cool off. In addition, the Trump administration did push up the switchover back to cheaper winter gasoline. That normally happens in mid-September. This year, the administration has now approved that switchover to start September 1st. So that may bring a little bit more price relief forward, though it's probably not going to be as noticeable as long as these geopolitical tensions, the U.S. and Iran, Ukraine and Russia, as long as those are still active, it probably will not mean a whole lot of relief, but certainly some is better than none.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's anything on the horizon that could really change things substantially, is there?
Yeah, not substantially. As long as these geopolitical tensions stay on our plate, they're likely to continue pushing prices around. The other factor that's been dormant that is worth mentioning, there are 2 areas of tropical interest the National Hurricane Center is monitoring for a chance of tropical development. Just a good reminder that while Mother Nature has been dormant in terms of hurricane season, a hurricane right now that heads for the Gulf would certainly be very, very bad news.
Patrick, we appreciate your help. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Live on the KSL Newsline, that is the analyst with Gas Buddy, Patrick DeHaan. Let's get you up to date on the traffic and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Still looking good on all our major freeways across the Wasatch Front. No delays between Ogden and Provo on I-15. Where it is slow in Provo is University Avenue, both directions approaching 300 South in that construction zone. And, of course, in Lehi, both directions of Pioneer Crossing, seeing the light and scattered delays from Redwood Road over to I-15. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. I do not have any triples as of right now in the 7-day. That is nice. Today, 93, slight chance for storms in the afternoon and evening. 92 tomorrow, partly cloudy, 30% chance. 95, partly cloudy skies on Wednesday. More mid-90s, but drier air on Thursday, mostly clear. We'll go partly cloudy, 94 on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, right around 90 degrees. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Partly cloudy, 90 degrees downtown, and the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Quick check of the markets. The Dow up nearly 200 points. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
Are you a local business tired of juggling deliveries, managing drivers, or sending valuable employees across town? There's a better way. Pigeon Ship. For more than 10 years, Pigeon Ship has provided fast, reliable, same-day and next-day delivery services for businesses throughout Utah. Whether you need a few deliveries a day or hundreds, Pigeon Ship has the network, technology, and experience to get it done on time. Auto parts, plumbing supplies, electrical components, pharmacy deliveries, and more. Utah's most successful businesses trust Pigeon Ship to keep their operations moving. Stop the stress of hiring drivers. Stop pulling employees away from their real jobs. And stop worrying about whether your deliveries will arrive on time. Join the thousands of businesses that rely on Pigeon Ship every day for dependable local delivery solutions. Visit pigeonship.com today to schedule a call and see how quickly Pigeon Ship can streamline your delivery operations. Pigeon Ship. Avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. That's pigeonship.com. Pigeonship.com.
The Children's Center Utah provides a unique service in our communities by meeting the needs of very young children and their caregivers. Here's another Little Minds Big Hope message from Dr. Jennifer Mitchell, the Children's Center Vice President of Clinical Strategy and Innovation.
Did you know frequent or intense tantrums can sometimes mean a child is feeling overwhelmed emotionally? Young children often show stress through behavior. Find out more at childrencenterutah.org.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Hi, I'm Nate Orchard, the mayor of Sac Lake City with Advanced Window Products. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry, a lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
KSL News Time 12:54. It's not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but people have been spotted emerging from manholes in various parts of New York City. In a video posted to social, 3 people are seen coming out of a manhole right near New York's Penn Station. More from ABC's Aaron Katursky.
These could be urban scavengers looking for valuables, but the city says sewers can contain numerous hazards, including noxious and potentially deadly gases, unstable surfaces, flooding risks, and confined spaces.
And similar incidents were also reported in Brooklyn and Queens. Watching Utah's money. Amazon's attempt at self-driving taxi is ready for business. Zoox, the little square electric cars have been testing across multiple U.S. cities, but now they are charging for the rides. Amazon is taking a major bet on the cars, but Goldman Sachs predicts the industry will grow to $19 billion in sales by 2030. Coca-Cola wants to automate and customize sodas even more than they already have. Company released the Freestyle machine 17 years ago and thinks it's time for an update. Now CNBC reports that they are working on machines to dispense dirty sodas and refreshers, and that means more syrups and customization products like cream and fruit. We are hearing about another food recall. This time it's dog food. Fromm's canned wet food might have metal pieces inside. Fox Business reports it's affecting about 5,800 cases and multiple flavors. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is up by 158 points, more than 0.25%. It sits at 53,432. S&P, it's down by about 15 points. The NASDAQ is down by about 0.5%. It's down by 144 points. If you made it to work today, congrats. The Flamingo Company tracks when people call out sick, and over the past 5 years, today, August 24th, has been the day more people call out sick than any other. But they say it's not because of illness, it's because people are trying to extend their summer vacations. Okay, I kind of get that. The company says February 13th is the second most used sick day. That happens to be near Valentine's Day, and usually around the time that the Super Bowl is played. The month with the most sick days is February, but that's also around the peak flu season, so people might actually be calling out sick for illness.
Do you have an IRA or 401k? It's natural to think of this as being your money, right? But remember, you still have to pay taxes when you withdraw this money in retirement. And you could be paying a lot more in taxes on these accounts than you know. A lot more. Learn the strategies that can help you reduce or eliminate your taxes in retirement. Don't miss a special edition of Retirement Solutions Radio this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, right here on KSL News Radio 1027.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's happening on the roads, Cormac?
Well, we do have a new crash, Maria, getting off of northbound I-15 once again, but this time at 2100 North in Lehi. Looks like a right lane blocked there, so a little trouble getting off the freeway. But on main flow, you shouldn't see any delays on I-15 between Ogden and Provo, both directions. It is still slow in some of the construction zones, westbound on the 201 freeway in Magna, approaching 8,000 west. And, of course, the construction in Provo, both directions of University Avenue at 300 South, pretty heavy. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Matt Johnson telling us the temperature should not exceed the 100-degree mark for this week. Looks like we are staying in the low 90s, even down to 89 degrees on Sunday, even though that seems like a long way off. We do have a good chance of showers, though, a 30% chance of showers today. That chance of showers decreasing over the rest of the week, 20% tomorrow, and then a 10% chance on Wednesday. Right now, partly cloudy, 91 degrees downtown. KSL Brightside coming up next.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small with a look at our top stories this hour. Developing right now on KSL News Radio, a Saratoga Springs teen has now been charged with aggravated murder for the shooting deaths of his mother and half-brother last year. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson has details.
Jessica Lyman and her 8-year-old son Eli Painter were shot and killed in March of 2025. Lyman's then 15-year-old son was home at the time and told police he was sleeping and never heard the gunshots. The charging documents state the teen had scratches on his right shoulder and his DNA was found under one of the victim's fingernails. On top of that, a masked person was seen on surveillance video in the middle of the night. That person was wearing clothes the teen had been known to wear and seemed to have the same build. They also found gunshot residue on multiple articles of clothing worn by the teen that day.
The murder weapon still has not been found to this day. The documents state that the state intends to file these charges in adult district court. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. is expanding secondary sanctions on countries and entities that have business ties with Iran to put further economic pressure on them.
He said that this is really a threat right at this point. The Treasury Department had announced that countries will be given a timeline, a defined timeline, to shut down Iran-related activity that the administration has identified and said if they fail to act, Treasury will act. But we don't have the details of what that timeline is. That has not been released publicly.
That's ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers reporting. Taking a look at your money at this moment, it's a mixed bag on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is currently up 158 points. The S&P, though, is down 16, and the NASDAQ is down 149 points. Coming up, we could be seeing more of those crazy thunderstorms. Maybe not as bad as yesterday, but they could be coming. KSL Weather's next. KSL News Time, 1:02.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
When you need a new water heater, you need it right now.
Yep, can't wait on that.
When you need a new furnace or a new air conditioner come the summertime, you need it right now. So Superior Water and Air has a wonderful program where they can help you with financing. If you need it, get it today and pay it off when you get your tax refund or just over time.
And that's one of the great things is they have multiple financing options. It's not just one, okay, you've got to do it this way. It's, you can wait till just after your tax refund. Well, what if you need no payments until later in the year?
Yeah.
They can work with you like that because, look, they want to help you get you back on your feet with the thing that doesn't work that you got to use.
Yeah.
And they'll just work with your situation. What a great way to do it.
I loved introducing you to my friends at Superior because they're just great people. And when you invite somebody into your home, you want to feel good about them.
Yeah, and they're so customer-centric. That was what really impressed me was they wanted to work with me and my family, whatever needs we might have.
Right. They want your home to be safe and clean. Superior Water and Air. Here's the number, 801-872-8483, or go to superiorwaterandair.com.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Devin Lattori.
We do have a crash on the off-ramp of northbound I-15 at 2100 North in Lehi. There's a right lane blocked, but main flow I-15 is clear between Ogden and Provo. There are also some minor delays in Murray, both directions of State Street approaching 53rd South. Also down in Utah County, we have construction slowdowns on University Avenue in Provo, starting around the intersection with Center Street to the merge with I-15. Since 1913, UMB Bank has stood beside businesses, understanding what's at stake. Banking is a relationship built to last. Visit UMB.com. Bank deposit products provided by UMB Bank, N.A. member FDIC. I'm Devin Lattori in the KSL Traffic Center.
Well, the good news is over the next 7 days, we're not expected to break triple digits, but still going to be warm. And, of course, we got a chance of thunderstorms at least over the next couple of days. Look for a high of 93 today, 30% chance of storms this evening, 92 tomorrow, 20% chance of storms, staying in the mid-90s for the next few days after that. Right now, it's 91 degrees with partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Have you seen how ridiculous back-to-school shopping is getting?
And Alex Curie.
Nothing says learning like spending $47 on glue sticks.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard, here with Alex Curie on a Monday afternoon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thanks so much for showing up. We hope you had a great weekend. And before we get to the three things, I want to call your attention to something. We're going to be hearing, and I'm bringing this up because everyone really, really loves this.
I'm doing fine, Ethan. Thank you for asking.
Oh, thanks for that update. But everyone loves Steve, our entrepreneur, Steve. He is the greatest entrepreneur in Utah.
He's got a thing?
We're going to be hearing from him later related to the GLP-1 industry. So a new Utah disruptor into the GLP-1 industry.
You know what? If it's gonna diffuse some costs, and he's all about quality. So if he's got a good product, I think a lot of people are going to start losing weight soon.
So we're going to be covering that here in, I guess, about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would love to hear any of Steve's old pitches, those live on YouTube. So you can find them. In fact,
do we have a playlist of those?
I noticed we actually have a Steve playlist that Caitlin put together. So if you get onto YouTube and you go just look for KSL Brightside and Steve, if you just search that, it'll pop right up, and you'll be able to watch all of Steve's contributions to.
So what do we know that he's done for sure?
Well, the fireworks,
Steve's fireworks,
the fish tacos.
It was mosquito abatement. It wasn't fireworks. He did fireworks though, and then he did mosquito abatement. The carp tacos, obviously down at Utah Lake when those became very popular.
The Hantavirus cruise lines.
We're missing some. The filthy soda, not the dirty soda, the filthy soda.
So if you would love to hear some of those again, or maybe share them,
or if you've never heard them,
you can hear all of them if you go there to that playlist.
He's a good guy. He's got a lot of great ideas. I think we could move Utah in a good direction.
All right, you ready for the three things?
Oh, absolutely. So let's jump in here. Of course, this is how we start off our show every day. So let's do it.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
As a current resident of the year 2026, I would like to extend a hearty welcome to Walmart to finally showing up today.
I saw this and I was so dang excited because I get so annoyed every time I'm there. Because I'm going to be honest, Ethan, I don't know what it is. Ever since before Ethan gifted me a new wallet, I thought that those like elastic, low profile ones were the way to go. The problem is that all the cards rub together.
Yeah.
And the chip ends up not working, and the sliding thing doesn't end up working. And so the only thing I could do is the tap, and the tap is stopped at Walmart and Sam's. You can't use the tap.
You can't use the tap. They're changing that. They're finally embracing tap to pay. This would include Apple Pay and Google Pay. The initial launch is actually today, rolling it out at select U.S. stores and Sam's Club location. They're planning for all U.S. stores and Sam's Club locations by the end of this year. And they hope to have all Walmart fuel stations tap-enabled by mid-2027.
Good. I'm all about it. I like the tap, and I know that the whole thing was they're like, hey, but you know what? We save a lot of money with our credit card partners by having the card present or having the card inserted or swiped, which was a different level. That's apparently a deeper level of security, and so then the owner or then the your American Expresses and your Visas and your MasterCards or whomever felt better about that, and so they basically if it's just tap to pay, you pay some sort of a extra cost because of that layer of security for them. But whatever, it's fine.
bet I know why they've done this.
Why?
I bet I know why they've done it.
Because everyone complained.
Well, I mean, there's the complaints too, but you mean people go to Walmart for a good deal. So as long as they're offering you a good deal, the complaints are just going to be complaints.
Yeah,
right?
swipe the card. You'll do it.
How many people do you think are avoiding Walmart because they don't have the tap? Not very many, right? I bet Walmart knows on average how long it takes people to get their card out.
You know what?
The checkout.
Yes.
And I bet they can add that up during the day. And I bet they know exactly how many more customers they can send through and how much faster the experience will be.
Now,
I bet that's what they know.
Here's all they have to do to also improve how quickly you can move through the line. Stop asking that person to come up to me every time I go through the actual line itself and asking me if I want to get the credit card.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Don't do it anymore. Don't ask me on the screen if I want the new credit card and how much I would save with it. Don't do it anymore. It's stupid. And while we're at it, while we're complaining about big box stores, real quick, Ethan, let me throw some, not shade, but a suggestion at Costco.
Let's hear it.
Do what Sam's Club does and get the scan scan as you
100%.
go.
100%. Oh my goodness!
Because
could you imagine that?
Scan as you go, you still have to go through the thing and have the picture machines still tell you if you stole anything or not. So I don't need
the Sam's Club checkout is slick.
It's elite if you don't have. And by the way, that was the other way I avoided the swipe for a long time was or not having the tap there is that I did the scan as I go thing. You scan as you go. You're not bagging anything up. You're not putting anything on top of a conveyor. You're walking straight through. And I get there's probably some shrinkage and some people trying to steal some stuff, but Walmart and Sam's have figured it out. They got the camera system. I don't know how it works, but you go through the thing and they go, "Okay, you guys are good."
Yeah.
I don't know what they're looking at.
I don't either.
But it is funny to me when somebody goes through and then they go, "Hey, these Pop-Tarts didn't pop up on the thing." What? Pay for your Pop-Tarts before you go. And I'm all about it. But Costco, that's one thing you're getting your butt handed to you on. And now that the other big box retailer has got the tap to pay,
yeah,
let's get you getting Scan to go.
The second thing number 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have had 21 fires in the last 24 hours here in the state of Utah.
Dang.
Since Friday, 55. Since Friday, 55 new fires. Now, these are, for the most part,
lightning
strikes.
And you know what? Last night, we stood out on our porch when the bigger kids hadn't gone to bed yet. We stood out on the porch for a good 30 minutes.
Just
and
watch that
it
lightning.
was an absolute show last night.
Yeah.
In the skies of Davis County, and it just kept going. It did not stop. It just kept going. You know, sometimes a storm will move over, and you go, "Oh, it passed us," and there goes the lightning with it.
Yeah.
None of that. It was across the entire sky for a good 30 minutes, and it was every quarter second. There was never a time that it was not getting illuminated by the lightning. So it was really, really cool. And then my son goes, "I bet tomorrow we're going to wake up and there's going to be a bunch of fires that have started," and he was right.
Well, throughout most of the fire season so far, the overwhelming majority of fires have been human caused. But the recent run of lightning storms have actually brought Mother Nature nearly even with humans in terms of destructive ability.
She's like, "I'll show you guys."
957 total fires in the state this year, 452 caused by humans, 445 caused by Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Which is a combination, of course, between lightning and squirrels playing with matches. And so
I was wondering,
That's not bad.
What's the next thing? Yeah, no, Mother Nature also has these chains that sometimes she drags across the freeway.
Yeah.
Super high temperatures. Sometimes Mother Nature's transmission goes out side of the freeway.
The third thing, Alex.
Uh-huh.
I poached this from Maria Chaleos.
I heard this and I was fascinated too.
I heard her because we were getting set up and she was going through this, and I thought, there's no way I'm not bringing this up.
It mostly made me resentful, so go ahead and roll it out.
So August 24th, today, is statistically the single most common day of the year for U.S. employees to call out sick from work. According to the leave tracking platform for Flamingo, 0.9%, so almost 1% of all workers called out today. Reasons are 54% say they're sick.
Bet.
54% say that they've got stomach bugs. 25% this year saying that they've got COVID-19.
Wow, that old thing?
Actually, it's on the rise again.
But like you go, you're sick. What do you have? COVID. Oh gosh, I said it. Dang it. She's gonna know. The boss is gonna know.
Polio. I mean,
no, you could get away with saying measles nowadays. They go, okay, measles, no, I get it. My sister's boy has that.
So there you go. So for any of you who called in sick today, you are the vanguard apparently of of August 24th.
Okay, look, Corey's here. Caitlin's here. I didn't see anybody in the newsroom.
No, we've got 100% attendance on KSL Brightside today.
But I know that
we
actually
even
makes
had
me mad.
Michael with us on the live stream.
Yeah,
so.
I do want to know when you see these types of stories and then they go, yeah, people are. And so Caitlin brought it up and she said that most people are trying to, or a lot of folks, a good chunk of the numbers are trying to extend that summer vacation maybe one last day. Fine. But I did have one of my kids get extremely sick over the weekend too. And you know what the deal is? It was also the last week was the first week back at school again. So you get this like reintroduction to everybody else's gross kids.
Yeah.
And whatever they're bringing to school.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a good wave of that. That's going to happen also. So we're dealing with that on top of the fact that you might have COVID-19 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right.
Did you ever get COVID?
I did. At least once that I know. And it was not bad at all, but they made me stay away from the building. It was actually a year and a half into it. I remember exactly when it was because it was I had to do all my football season. I had to do all my football stuff from my house, and that felt weird. Mm-hmm. And the only place that I could make like kind of a semi-quiet studio was my closet. And so I'm telling the kids to get out of the closet, get out of here. And I'm doing the show, and I have like a tiny bit of a sniffle, which back in the day, you just came to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I tested positive for COVID, and so our work basically, if you came to work when you were sick during that time frame, you were the worst person ever.
I remember at Teton we had someone who got sick with COVID, and the next day, this was in the early days, and the next day, of course, the office was closed, and we hired a company to come in and disinfect the office. And they basically sprayed bleach on everything as far as I could tell.
You got back to your office, you had spots all over all your stuff. That's how you know it's clean.
And I had just random papers on my desk. And when I came back, they were all folded.
Yeah, because they all got hit with the spray.
And then they dried and they curled up. They were all curled.
Yeah. Walter White showed up in his outfit and just sprayed everything down. And then you go, good thing we paid all that money for this. Some companies just totally cashed in on our fear at the beginning. I was wearing I remember at one point, we had those clear masks.
The face shields?
Which didn't work for a freaking radio show. Obviously, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Radio was a problem.
But you remember, but also, we put our groceries out on the front porch.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah. This way they get disinfected more.
I remember.
So dumb.
I remember going to Costco. This was before we knew anything about it, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And so our deal was this. Emily didn't touch anything. She had the list. And I had a pair of leather work gloves.
You're doing the
grocery
shopping.
I touched everything. So I had
doing the grocery shopping, looking like a cowhand on the ranch.
I'm the only one touching things. I'm grabbing stuff with these giant gloves, And then we get home, unload all the groceries in the garage, and leave them.
Yeah.
And then get undressed in the garage.
No way.
We did the whole thing. You know what, though? We didn't.
We learned a lot.
Everyone was doing their best.
We learned a lot.
Everyone was doing their best. And it's easy to look back and laugh and roll our eyes. But all we were doing was our best. Right?
It was back when it was reverse grocery delivery. I bought groceries, put them on my own front porch for people to take. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got more around the corner. Utah County launching a new rideshare service. We'll tell you exactly what you need to know, how affordable it is or not. We'll come back and chat about that. Stay with us right here. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Shileas, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
What if 4 weeks from now, everything felt different? Your energy, your weight, the way your clothes fit, that is what the Soda Dynamic Diet is built to do. And right now, Soda has a special end of summer special. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention this radio station. With Soda, a person can expect to lose 15 to 20 pounds per month because Soda teaches you how to let go of the weight and how to keep it off for a lifetime. No shots, no pills, no lifetime dependency, just real food, expert guidance, and habits that last. Soda believes weight loss should be temporary, but the results should not be. So instead of putting you on shots and pills, Soda teaches you how to eat for your body and keep the weight off for good. Soda is not a quick fix. It is a proven process that teaches you how to eat for life. You work one-on-one with degreed nutritionists who guide you through every step of the way. You learn what works for your body so the weight stays off long after the program ends. You walk away healthier, more confident, and free from chasing the next expensive fix. Thousands of success stories, nearly 10,000 Google reviews, real results you can see. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Guns, Rocky Mountain Gun Shows. Don't miss the Rocky Mountain Gun Show, Saturday and Sunday, August 29th and 30th at the Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy. Stock up on wholesale ammo with no limit on quantity. Get 500 rounds of 9mm ammo for just $95. Shop our massive selection of firearms, mags, knives, and outdoor equipment. It's the Rocky Mountain Gun Show, so you know it'll be good.
Rocky Mountain Gun Shows.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Getting help with plumbing repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Better than all of that stuff in your inbox on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And there is a new service in northern Utah County in the Lehi area. It is from UTA, Utah Transit Authority, and it is basically a UTA On Demand. Now, this is a service that already is in South Davis County, Salt Lake City on the west side, southern Salt Lake County, Tooele County, and West Provo and Orem. Now they've added northern Utah County. This includes the Lehi Frontrunner Station, American Fork Frontrunner Station, Primary Children's Hospital, the Lehi and Saratoga Springs Elementary, Eagle Mountain Senior Center, all these Lehi Junior High, Vista Heights Middle School, Lake Mountain, Willow Creek, and American Fork. All of these areas are part of it. And basically, now you don't have to be going to one of these areas. This is just kind of the area, right? And what this is this is designed to be a first mile, last mile program. Because one of the problems that you face with public transit is how do you get to the station? So you might, let's say Frontrunner. Frontrunner might get you most of the way, but how do you get to the station? How do you get from the station to your destination, right? That's what this is designed to do. You basically call them up. It's $2.50, and it picks you up within 5 to 15 minutes. They pick you up in a van, and they take you to where you need to go. They take you to the Frontrunner station or the track station or the bus station, right? If that's what you need, or they pick you up from one of those places, and they take you to your final destination. So if you're getting off there at the Lehi Frontrunner station and your destination, though, is somewhere else in northern Utah County, you call them up for $2.50. They'll pick you up at the Frontrunner station, take you to where you're going.
So it's almost Uber?
Sort of. And in fact, UTA says that during peak times, if one of the vans is not available, UTA will actually call Lyft and send a Lyft driver to pick you up. You don't have to download the app. They just pick you up. Isn't
I like
that interesting?
This idea. Yeah. So
I like it too.
How expensive is it?
$2.50
That's
if
crazy.
if you're qualified for reduced fare, it's $1. It's a phenomenal deal.
See, I love this.
And this includes transfers to bus, tracks, and front runner within 2 hours.
Will you finally start taking the bus now, Ethan? I mean, my goodness. Will you
It's
finally?
not offered in my neighborhood.
I know that's the thing is I think that it's
not offered yet.
I think there's a ton of now. I've done the thing where I thought about because front runner the North Temple station right here. The thing is, I would still have to drive 11 minutes to Farmington Station.
Yeah.
And then I park, and then I go get on the thing, and then I take the thing in. It's only a 20-minute drive for me to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Going down and getting on the front runner train at Farmington Station, I get the idea of saving gas money and blah, blah, blah. It just feels like adding that. It made a lot of sense when I came down when I came up from when I used to live down in Utah County, right?
Yeah.
That made sense. But it doesn't really make sense now. Driving to a station that's 11 minutes away to go the extra, what would be 9 more minutes.
Yeah.
No, and I say it's 11 minutes away, and that's if I were to walk straight onto the train, which obviously doesn't ever happen.
Right.
You get there, and then you have a 7-minute wait. Get on, you start going. Then I get here, and then I walk here another 10 or 12 minutes.
Yep.
You know what? I just convinced myself not to get into it anymore. I'm out.
You're out?
I'm out.
Well, if you're in northern Utah County, these are the service areas that will qualify for the Ride UTA On Demand program. Basically, so American Fork.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the map, and I feel like residents of northern Utah County will understand this. They'll understand this map better than me.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, American Fork, much of Highland, Timpanogos Highway out to about Highland, up to Traverse Mountain, and then it also includes Saratoga Springs, Eagle Mountain, and down to and Eagle Mountain. And then it looks like it doesn't get as far as Vineyard, the historic vineyards.
Historic vineyard, yeah.
Historic Utah County's
vineyards.
vineyards.
It's wine country.
Yeah.
Utah County's wine country, isn't that what we talked about? What was the name of the Merlot that we were going to do with it?
The gravel? No, not the gravel.
No, slag.
Slag.
It's
yeah.
slag.
Slag.
You could just
taste the
carcinogens. Anyway,
so there you
Vineyard,
go.
we love you. You're great.
I think this is something though that it makes sense. So if you're interested in this, if public transit almost works for you, and if it almost works for you, I think this is worth looking at because they also offer it in West Provo and Orem, in Tooele County, Southern Salt Lake County, the West Side, and Southern Davis County. So, yeah, see, it doesn't reach up to me. So Southern Salt Lake County, this includes Draper, Bluffdale, Riverton, South Jordan, Daybreak, and Harriman. It doesn't go north enough for me.
I'm wondering if no, for you for sure.
South Davis County though,
it would never go east enough for you either though.
You're out of luck anyway, Alex, because the Davis County On Demand service covers Centerville, Bountiful, North Salt Lake, Woods Cross, and West Bountiful. So you're out.
Short. Yeah. So Centerville is as far as I'd be able to. But again, once I get to Centerville and I have 8 minutes left on my drive,
you may as well just go.
What am I going to do? Pull over and then try to get onto the thing? No.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, Millard, we got news, traffic, and weather here at the bottom of the hour.
Yeah,
we're going to come back, and we've got tons more to chat about. When we come back, I've got for you not just getting back to school. If you're worried about whether or not your kids are making friends, we've got some things to be able to help your kids be able to make those friends. Ethan, does this work for you and I, by the way? Do you think we could? You know what? I'm going to be selfish about it.
Okay.
I think you and I could employ the same tips about making friends as they're going to tell us what we should tell our kids.
Okay.
You know why? Because guys need friends too, and we don't act like we do, but we need them also, okay? So we'll come back. We'll teach you how to make friends. Next, right here, it is KSL Brightside.
It's 1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this half hour. Nevada is now suing the federal government over its plans for the Colorado River. The Department of Interior is ordering lower basin states like Nevada to cut 20% of their water use over the next 10 years under their new plan, while upper basin states like Utah are only being asked to make voluntary cuts. During a committee hearing last week, Utah's Colorado River Commissioner Gene Shawcroft says our cuts are coming from Mother Nature already.
It's pretty obvious that regardless of what the requirements are under the compact, you can't deliver water that doesn't exist.
In the new lawsuit, Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo says there's no way they can meet their community's basic needs with their share of the water. A 16-year-old Saratoga Springs boy has been charged with the aggravated murder of his mother and half-brother. Jessica Lyman and her 8-year-old son Eli Painter were shot in their home in March of last year. According to charging documents, the DNA of Lyman's teen son was found under the victim's fingernails, and gunshot residue was found on his clothing. The state is now asking the court to allow the teen to stand trial as an adult. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Closing arguments are expected to begin this week in the trial of Lindsay Clancy, who's accused of murdering her 3 children. Today, jurors are hearing from a rebuttal witness who claims Clancy did not show signs of postpartum psychosis.
Prosecutors have a lot to sum up here. In total, with these rebuttal witnesses, 74 different witnesses over the course of more than 4 weeks that they're going to have to concisely summarize for all of these jurors. And then also another thing is this charge conference. How is the judge going to instruct the jury on the law in this case? How should they interpret the law? Especially considering about how complex this case has become, that jury charge is really going to be critical for this jury to begin their deliberations.
That's ABC's Peter Haralambous reporting. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow's currently up 162 points. The S&P is down 15. The NASDAQ also down 145. Coming up, may not be out of the woods fully yet when it comes to thunderstorms. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:32.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Utah's wild new adventure is a gauntlet of steel, stone, and guts. Would you step out over the open air with nothing but your gear between you and the drop? Do a lot of people bite off more than they can shoot?
I would say maybe 80% of people do. People don't understand. It is massive.
What you need to know before you clip in. Where am I even stepping? Holy cow. Harnessing Adventure. Vernal's Via Ferrata, tonight at 10 on KSL 5.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's time to get sewing again with special discounts and super savings in August on Bernina machines and accessories at Dave's Bernina in St. George and Provo.
Find out about the new products to be released in the upcoming weeks. Special pre-order pricing on the all-new Bernina 790 Ultra, 580 and 495 Liberty Editions, and the Bernina 660 and 620 Surgers.
Come in and test drive their sewing machines.
The Bernina 990, 770 Pro, and 570 are on sale, featuring free accessory bundles worth from $2,900 up to $4,600.
All new Berninas come with a 5-year warranty and free classes.
48 months, 0% interest on specific machine purchases.
And at Dave's Bernina, they service all brands. August means big savings at Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North, 550 West in Provo. Dave's Bernina.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Devin Lattori.
We do still have residual traffic on the off-ramp of northbound I-15 at 2100 North in Lehi. Looks like that right lane might be closed off, but traffic is moving and getting through. We also have the usual construction slowdowns on the 201 in Magna, both directions between 72nd and 84th West. Then down in Utah County, still persistent delays in both directions of University Avenue in Provo. I'm Devin Lattori in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of just 93 degrees today with a good chance of seeing more thunderstorms this evening between about 4 and 8 o'clock. That's going to be the hot zone. Look for a high of 92 tomorrow, 20% chance of more storms drying out as we work our way through the week with highs in the mid-90s. Expected to settle there for the rest of the work week, then even cooler over the weekend. Right now, it is 91 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at KSL.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And now that everyone's back in school, we can all experience together what I think is one of the most significant points of stress for me. And that is the people that my kids are around.
That's an interesting fear, anxiety. Of all the anxiety things, it's a big one.
I carry some anxiety around the people that my kids are around. And for the most part, they have good friends. But I also know how damaging a bad friend can be. And in a lot of different ways that you might want to define a bad friend, I know how hard that can be, how damaging it can be. So I carry some stress around there. But it's time to take a look at this because now kids are back in school. They're going to make new friends. They've got an opportunity to make new friends anyway, especially if you're going to a new school. If maybe you've moved or something like that and your kids are going somewhere where they don't know anybody. There are some things that parents can do and keep in mind to help their child become successful. And number one, this was a very interesting article from the Associated Press, very well done. And they listed out some things that you need to kind of keep an eye on. Number one, experts recommend that you go ahead and schedule things for your kids in terms with other young people. If they're having a hard time making plans on their own, there's nothing wrong with you scheduling opportunities to hang out with other kids.
The old date, the old play
dates.
Play date, yeah.
And so schedule those play dates. Go show up when you're invited. If you're invited to a birthday party or something like that, make sure that you go. And that gives you a couple of things. Number one is you make sure that kids have the opportunity. Your kids get the opportunity to know someone. And then also you can start to kind of control who they're around, right? If there is a family that you really like and you want your family to kind of be closer to them, schedule things with your kids and their kids. It's a perfectly smart thing to do.
I found this thing because this guy who it's on social media, of course, Ethan, because that's the only place I get my information. Okay?
Yes.
I know you hate it. But, man, when I was wasting my life scrolling the other night and thinking about Ethan would be so not proud of me, I learned a couple things, all right?
Let's hear it.
But this guy was he was so emphatic about it that it was like, hey, the I know you think you're making an impact on your kids and how they're going to grow up, which is already kind of ominous, you know. And I know it was probably a little fantastical, right? It was a little bit overboard on how he delivered it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you have an influence on your kids, but let me just tell you right now, you have nothing on the biggest factor, which is just essentially the house that you moved into. And the house that you moved into in the sense of
who else is around you,
the broad community around you, the generally accepted religion that is found in that place. And this is a guy out east. Obviously, that would totally track here in Utah that has a predominant religion. But he was talking about like that neighborhood's particular ethnic makeup, religious makeup, community standards, obviously a huge one. And then the peers that they end up, and because then it affects all the things that like kind of develop how everyone chooses to live in that community, and then that's the school your kids go to, and then that's it. And so it kind of just like spiraled, or spiral isn't the word, but it's kind of snowballed into you having an impression on your kids saying, don't drink. It's like, great. But the reality is that so many of those decisions are already kind of broadly made in your community as it is. And it's built in. It's like you do not understand the power of just how big of a deal it was to make the decision on where you're living.
I think that's absolutely correct. There's something else that you can do to help your kids make friends at school, because there is one thing that really gets in the way of kids meeting each other and becoming friends and making new friends. You know what that is?
What is it?
It's their cell phones.
Oh.
So
how so? You got to have a cell phone to make friends. I get it.
It's harder to start conversations when peers are on their cell phones.
So cell phones are getting in the way.
Focused on screens or wearing headphones, all those things disconnect people. So you can encourage children, particularly teens, to put devices away so they can be more present and engage with people around them. This is where I think it's so smart for us now to have that bell-to-bell cell phone ban at schools. And this is why I hope that my daughter's school will, because, every school's doing it slightly differently, right?
Yeah. And frankly, inside of each school, kind of every class is doing it a little differently too.
It seems like not everyone's holding the line. They need to. So at my daughter's school, you turn in your phone at the beginning of each class and you get it back at the end of the class, right? So you have your phone during lunch and between classes. And I would love to see my daughter's school pivot to you turn in your phone at the beginning of the school day and you get it back at the end of the school day. I would love that. I think socially it would make a big difference. But you know what? I'm not in charge of anything. So,
well, I would say.
Do you remember Doug's old phrase? He used to say, "Mine's immeasurably superior than ours."
Yeah. That was,
make these decisions for us.
Yeah, and I'm the same way where I feel like, I can't go anywhere without somebody else making the decision for me. Okay, some adult who's a little bit older than me, who can make these decisions. But I get nervous about what these kids are. I dropped my 5-year-old off today. Was her very first day of like the full kindergarten thing.
Yeah,
I'm scared to death for her.
Are you?
Even though she's the most social, she's the most built for this. At least what we think.
Why? What makes you so?
Because it's a longer day. She is a free freaking spirit, man.
Yeah.
And kindergarten is not for free freaking spirits, depending on how the kindergarten.
Are you afraid the man's going to grind her down?
I get so sad about that idea. Now, don't worry. We tried to grind her down, too, where it's just like, hey, stop escaping the house. Please make our lives a little bit easier.
Stop talking to strangers,
But there's part of me that is like, oh, man, we're going to ruin her with the public school system. And that's not a knock on the public school system. Don't at me on this. What it is just they need everybody to be able to fall in line a little bit so that we can all have an experience.
Every school needs that. Every school is going to demand that of her.
Have to have it. And she's the type of person that, I'm not saying that she's rolling in there is going to be immediately disruptive, but I wonder if like that extremely just like unique character of hers is going to be able to live.
If it's going to be broken a little bit.
Yeah, I get sad about it because I saw her and she ran off and she was like yelling back. She's like, Dad, I love you. And I was like, don't let the man ruin you. But also, you better get home on time. I don't know which one it is that I demand of her, but she's the type of person that I told her, I go, don't worry about making friends. Don't worry about Maeve. Don't worry about making friends. And if she were ever listening right now, I would tell her the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about making friends. You need to just go out because other people are worried about that. And you're that person that they're wondering about. I wonder if I can find a friend. And you're going to be that person for somebody because she's the bubbly, reach out. Hey, how you doing? Like, oh man, tell them a weird story from the weekend, or whatever. I'm like, don't worry about you making friends. You be the person who is trying to make friends with somebody who's worried about having a friend.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be okay.
She'll be awesome. And you know what? There are going to be so many kids that are so grateful that she'll talk to them.
But Ethan, then I think about you and I.
Yeah.
We're friends because we've been forced to be friends for years.
Yes.
And that's worked out for us.
It was a forced marriage.
It worked out for us. Could you imagine now me giving you that pep talk? Hey, go out there and talk to some people, Ethan. Go out and make some friends that are guys. It sounds terrifying, doesn't it?
It is.
It sounds terrifying. And I had somebody invite me to do what's it called? A fantasy football league this year. And the irony of my job for the last 20 years has been that I am involved in so much football. I can't do that. I can't do fantasy football. It's too much. It's another thing that if my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I'm on fantasy football. She'd be like, "Your life needs to settle down about football," you know. And so I kind of always put that aside. Like, I'm not going to do that because I'm already doing all the football things anyway, or I'm doing sports stuff anyway. I'm not going to do it. But I'm joining a fantasy football league this year.
So you're going to do it?
Yeah.
Just to make friends?
Yeah, and it's going to be, I think, a byproduct because they're like getting together and doing like a full thing for like the draft and everything.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of anxiety on my part because I'm just not used to going out and hanging out with other dudes.
Yeah, it's stressful. I'll tell you what stresses me out is, so I actually looked this up. How can a man make friends? On the Google AI. And
on the Google AI.
And it says this: men usually make friends side by side rather than face to face.
Yeah.
They bond by doing shared activities, playing sports or working on hobbies together.
Rather than face to face? Yeah, that is weird.
And so where to meet people? Join local sports leagues, climbing gyms, or martial art classes where you see the same people every week. Here's part of the problem, and this is part of the problem I've had, is that so many of the guys that are, around me, they spend time with each other doing something massively physical. And that's just not my thing, That's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And it's
and I'm sure my wife has told me before, like, hey man, you need to like go out there, be a little bit more social. But like that ship has sailed.
Are we just who we are?
I did the social thing. I did the type A personality thing. Can I just go ahead and be a type B personality? Can I be a type A personality in my job and then go home and relax and not have to worry about it? Can I just focus on my kids and my wife and not have it be a big deal? There are a couple guys I still like hanging out with.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah,
I think I had a good run. I had a good run. I had a lot of friends in high school, a lot of friends in college. I got married, and now my friends are my kids. And by that I mean I'm not their friend, I'm their dad. Goodbye.
But they take up all the time.
Yeah, what am I going to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good news is a lot of them play good golf, and so I can at least go and golf with them.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Millard, we got to take a break.
Okay,
we'll come back. Speaking of kids, I got something to bring up. It's a perfect parent club side of things. We have another thing to jump into on this side of things. I want to get into a little bit of something. When you tell your kids, "Oh, you can do anything," it's actually not true. We all know that not everybody's going to be an astronaut, the president, a doctor. We will talk about what the reality is of how you need to talk to your kids about what they can, quote unquote, be in life. Next, right here. It's KSL Brightside.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older. Repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman's stainless steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And Alex, are you ready to put on your perfect parent robes? Are we going to do it? The Perfect Parent Club? I thought we were because you just
I got it.
Here we go. Them in your feed. The parents who do everything right. You could be one too by being ultra judgmental. Ethan and Alex welcome you to the Perfect Parent Club.
All right, the Perfect Parent Club is now in session. The honorable and most perfect dad, Alex Keary, is presiding. Alex, let me roll out the information here. Okay. Do you tell your kid that they can do anything, that they can be anything? That's a really nice message. But according to a psychologist, Julie Fraga, over 20 years working with parents and dealing with their children, she says that she finds advice like that, like you can do anything, and this variance, to actually backfire quite a bit. Because what it does is inadvertently you focus too much on outcomes. And that can reinforce, quote, external motivation where a child's drive to work hard or try something new comes from external rewards, like praise, good grades, trophies, other kinds of achievement that are not always within their control. So she says instead of telling your child that they can do anything, what you should do is you should focus more on the things that they can control, like their own efforts. So here's something. What if you recommended this, Alex? Instead of saying you can do anything, you told them that they could try new things. You can encourage them to try new things, even if it feels scary. And you can help them develop the skill of trying new things rather than shoot for the reward or shoot for the achievement of achieving some major goal, whatever goal a young person can come up with.
Well, there are a couple things there, right? You're asking the child to come up with that lofty goal without necessarily knowing exactly what they want to do. So be like, hey, come up with something crazy, and then also
I want to be president.
Be that thing.
And the crazy thing about the United States, which is worth remembering, is that all of these things that happen, becoming a billionaire, becoming president of the United States, going to the moon, all of these things can happen to anybody, but they can't happen to everybody. And I think that that's worth remembering. That it can happen to anybody, but it can't happen to everybody. Not everyone can hold those goals simultaneously, right? Because then you just end up somewhere where you haven't achieved. And if you tie your self-worth to your achievement of lofty goals, then what do you do? What do you do with yourself?
Yeah, you'll immediately feel like there's a real fall from grace, like of the idea. So like when our first kid was younger and we felt like he was the brightest kid ever, because that's a lot of times parents, you'll go, oh yeah, my kid, look at him. Oh, he walked so soon. Oh, he's talking. Oh, he's so smart. Oh, he knows ABCs. And then you're like, anyway, you want to be a doctor, buddy? Like, and the answer has always been no from him.
Yeah.
Which is funny. And now he's a senior in high school. And still, like, I'm not like trying to be like, hey man, you think about doing a medical school thing after you do go to college? I'm not doing any of that. I have assigned a couple of our kids that I've told our kids straight up, we're going to need a doctor in the family. There's too many of us. We're going to need one of you guys to be a doctor.
Someone's got to be a doctor.
Yeah, I've told them that. One of you guys needs to be a doctor. And I've told my daughter Quinn that. I'm like, hey, you're gonna be the. She's like, oh, I'm not smart enough. I'm like, you got perfect grade. You have 4.0. Yeah, but I'm not smart. That doesn't mean like I'm smart. And I'm like, and then it's like, oh, the school thing, blah blah blah. So we've sort of been like, Maeve, who's going to kindergarten. You're our only hope. Now with Cooper, it was, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because you could do anything. And I actually went and looked at this interesting study of Indian families who have this high aptitude for, so one, their the academic rigor in India is extremely high.
Yeah.
And the competition is right there with it. So the competition is brutal, and the standards are set extremely high.
Yeah.
And then you have like the competitiveness on top of like there's a legitimate culture like stepping stone system there that is archaic in a lot of ways, and also something that kind of just establishes the way that people act, right?
Yeah.
And whether for good or bad, in a lot of cases bad, but in a lot of cases, because they did this full study on, hey, why is it that so many Indian families put emphasis and are able to achieve, hey, he's going to be a doctor when he grows up, and by the way, he becomes it.
Yeah.
Like they transition into that.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because they point out, they were like, there's no what do you want to be when you grow up? It's, hey, you will be a doctor when you grow up.
Yeah.
And then it turns into the thing that you are achieving. Like, our family is achieving this. We are going to help you get there, but that is going to be something that we are achieving together. And you're going, and it's not this like, don't tell me what I'm going to be anymore, Dad. I want to make music.
They wouldn't tolerate that.
It just is not a thing. Like, and so on the one hand, I see how brutally it can be brutal. It almost feels abusive, where it's just like, you will be this. Yeah. And yet at the same time, I almost want to try it with my kids, where I'm like, hey, you will be this. And maybe without being like a very specific career, it's more like you are going to be a upper class, or a upper middle class. You need to achieve upper middle class because that's the next stepping stone here. Well, all right. Well, all of my parents lived in the lower middle class. We're in the middle class. Now you're just going to keep stepping up. Yeah. And so like this is the way that I want it to work. And I don't know if it's going to work that way, but I'm going to go home with extremely high expectations that I didn't have for me. And so it's going to be unreasonable, but yet at the same time, I'm going to be very demanding.
This texter at 57500 says you're probably going to need a dentist too, which is honestly, I'd rather have a dentist child than a doctor child, because there's so many ways to be a doctor, but we all have teeth. Right.
That's a great point. You mean luxury bones?
I would want.
We all have luxury bones.
I would want a dentist, and I would want a lawyer. And then someone who just is massively rich and can just pay for my retirement.
And dentists can be that, by the way. I mean, dentists are that.
Yeah,
in so many cases.
Yeah, that can happen.
It's a saturated profession, though, here in the state of Utah, right? Isn't that what they say?
We have a lot of dentists. Yeah, well, because we got that program up at the U, and so we've got. A dental program.
We're not anti-dentite in my family. We're very. We want people. I want people to achieve.
This advice, though, Alex, that we shouldn't tell our kids that they can do anything. She had another thing, a piece of advice too. So you can say you encourage them instead to try new things. Always be someone who tries new things, and then also make sure that they know that they won't be good at everything. The kids won't be good at everything, and that's okay. And this is, I think, very, very smart way to approach this. Because while we want our children to achieve, what we really want is for them to be happy, right? And we want our children to be satisfied with the way that they live their lives. And so we know that success can look like a lot of different things. And it's a little bit it requires a little bit of a light touch emotionally. But I think that one of the things, and Gen X could do this, should think about this, because this is a Gen X problem for sure. And that is measuring our happiness by our achievement. Because what happens when you've achieved something, you find a little bit of happiness, but then you have to achieve something else in order to stay happy. Whereas true happiness is found in being okay with yourself and being satisfied with who you are. And that is that requires kind of a light touch. It's not the same as achievement, but what that can give you, though, is lasting happiness that is divorced from achievement.
Sure.
And I think that's a smart way to go. It's tough to practice in real life because we have this achievement ethos kind of driven into us. But, that's what I want for my kids. I just want to be happy, and satisfied.
Can't I just get both? Is it not possible?
To be satisfied as President of the United States?
We'll be right back.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio,
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. This year's monsoon season has had a positive impact on Utah's drought. Just 3 months ago, more than 60% of Utah's land was in extreme or exceptional drought, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. That has since fallen by almost half. Though KSL meteorologist Matt Johnson says all this rain will not be enough to solve the overall problem.
I'd say the biggest thing that this monsoon has been doing for us is helping to prep the soils for fall and eventually into winter.
Matt says we not only need more rain between now and winter, but we also need a big winter itself to help us climb out of this hole. He says with how last winter went, we cannot afford another dry fall or another bad winter. Logan Canyon is now back open after the Blind Hollow fire temporarily rerouted drivers. Fire officials say the flames burned about 6 acres, but it's now 80% contained thanks to both firefighters and some help from last night's heavy rainfall. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Now around 90,000 people have been evacuated due to a fast-moving wildfire near Reno, Nevada. ABC's Melissa Adon is in Reno with the latest.
Officials saying the Hawk fire may have been purposely set. An investigation is underway. Flames burning close to the city's densely populated foothills. Neighborhoods left looking apocalyptic, buildings reduced to rubble.
Tons and tons of children.
Families filling up shelters, one little girl still wearing her cheerleading uniform.
Fire sweeping over our head, and so we're like, we got to get out of here.
Jason Davis telling us how he made it out.
Taking a quick look at the markets, the Dow is currently up 139 points. The S&P, though, is down 21. The NASDAQ is continuing to fall here over the last half hour. It's now down 200 points. Coming up, cooler weather, but a chance of seeing more thunderstorms. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:01.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Hi, this is Doug Wright, and there are 3 terrific productions underway right now at Hale Center Theater. Let's start with the newest on the Jewel Box stage. It's Moriarty, a new Sherlock Holmes adventure, pitting Holmes against his arch rival and mentor, Professor James Moriarty, in a delightful and even humorous tale. And by the way, at the end of the play, when the curtain falls, the cast comes out to take their bows. You'll be amazed at how few actors actually brought this story to life. On the center stage, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. This is an absolute favorite. And the young theater goer who was sitting behind me kept saying, "This is so cool," and he absolutely nailed it. It's on the center stage. And don't forget Thornton Wilder's Our Town. It's an American classic. All 3 showing now at Hale Center Theater. Don't forget to get your season tickets for 2027. Go to hct.org. Get your tickets now at Hale Center Theater.
My friend Joey loves to use old familiar sayings.
You know what they say?
The problem is,
don't look at a gift horse, cause you can't make them drink.
He gets a lot of them mixed up.
People who live in glass houses,
here it comes,
shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
There are also a lot of sayings in the financial world, like, you'll pay lower taxes in retirement. But for many people, it's just not true. You may have done a great job saving in that 401k or IRA, but Uncle Sam is ready to grab a big portion of that money. The team at Galileo Wealth Management can help with strategies that you can start now to lower your tax bill in the future. More for you and less for Uncle Sam.
Or as they say, an apple a day is worth 2 in the bush.
Get the facts on your tax bill in retirement. Call Galileo Wealth today at 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online at GalileoWealth.com.
And remember, a stitch in time keeps the doctor away. It does, you know.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Devin Latore.
Mainly seeing delays in Utah County right now. Both directions of the Quarry Ride Highway, scattered slowdowns starting at Eagle Mountain Boulevard to the transition into Pioneer Crossing. Also, there's still some lingering traffic on University Avenue in Provo, both directions at 300 South, but it's finally starting to ease up now. I'm Devin Latore in the KSL Traffic Center.
Well, good news, over the next 7 days, we're not expected to break the triple digits. Still going to be pretty warm. They'll look for a high of now 94 degrees in Salt Lake City. We've exceeded the expected daily high already today. High of 92 tomorrow. We're going to see a chance of thunderstorms in the evening both days, drying out, and a high of 95 come Wednesday and Thursday. Right now it's 94 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at ksl.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not have.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You are listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard, here with Alex Curie with you on this Friday, and I want to let you know that coming up in just a short little bit, we're going to be hearing from Steve. Steve is Utah's greatest entrepreneur and pitchman.
What's he got cooking up now?
Steve is entering the GLP-1 space, which is great because we need a little bit of price sanity in the GLP-1 world.
Some competition.
I think so. I think Steve's going to kind of bring that in. So we're going to hear from Steve, his latest efforts here in just a little bit. And I also wanted to remind you that on YouTube, you can hear all of Steve's amazing new businesses and ideas. If you look up on YouTube, just look up KSL Brightside. You can see all of our shorts and videos and live streams. If you look up KSL Brightside Steve, it'll bring up his
that sounds funny.
It'll bring up his playlist, and we've got all of Steve's.
Steve.
Yeah, and I just appreciate his efforts.
All he's doing for us.
I
appreciate what he's doing for everyone out there.
Yeah. So anyway, and if you got a text for us, 57500 is the text. We would love to hear from you. In the meantime, Alex, where do you want to head here? I'll tell you kind of what I want to mention.
Yeah, tell me what you want.
We got an update on the North Union apartment fire. Did you see this?
Oh, on the actual, on the residents, or whether or not they're going to be able to get their stuff paid for, because a lot of them bailed out on the renter's insurance because they, according to them, on their side of the story, was the way the contract was worded, what they were told was they weren't going to have to pay for their own separate renter's insurance, right? That the building itself was going to be taking care of it if they paid some certain amount every month. How did it end up shaking out then?
So all that's still pending. But KSL looped back around over the weekend, and they did a pretty in-depth follow-up. But there's one thing that I want to know more about, okay? Because there are a couple of possible explanations, and I'm not. It wasn't clear to me in the story. But everyone still, they can't get their stuff back, right?
Sure.
But listen to this. This is according to Jeremy Steele, who's a tenant of the North Union apartment complex that burned. They were heartbroken by the fire, then have to go back in, and they're heartbroken again when they see their place. And they're heartbroken a third time when their passports are missing, their valuables and jewelry gone. And this is the thing that startled me the most, because it doesn't really mention after that if things have been stolen out of this, or if they're just referring to not being able to go in to retrieve their valuables.
Right.
Now, I did notice, I should drive back again, but I did notice at least for several days after the fire, even after the emergency vehicles had cleared out, there was a police vehicle there pretty much all the time with its lights on.
Right.
But I'm wondering if they've got a theft
Some folks got looted?
I'm wondering.
After the whole thing?
Because it's kind of a big building.
Well, and you think about, it's not just that, yeah, because there are a lot of places that everything isn't going to be ruined by by all the smoke and everything, and so you've got, and then you and I, who are normal human beings, when we are told to stay away, you stay away. When you see a bunch of yellow tape around, you definitely stay away. When it's a fire that could compromise the integrity of the entire building, you stay away. And then there are a bunch of people who do not give a crap at all. Yeah. They'll just
that's
show
one
up.
thing that. So I mean, I just feel so bad for these people. It was a mechanical issue in the building, right? So it wasn't one of the tenants. It was a problem with the building infrastructure that lit this fire. But that's the one thing that I saw in this that I think we should hear more. I hope we hear more about, because this guy who's talking about it says they're heartbroken a third time when their passports are missing, their valuables and jewelry gone. Now, the most generous way to look at it is some families have not been allowed back in yet. That's my understanding. Some families, especially the areas that were
I would
burned
imagine
the most.
Some places are probably just fully devastated. The whole floor came down.
But he didn't say all their stuff got burned. He said when their passports are missing, their valuables and jewelry gone. So does he mean that it was burned?
Could be, yeah.
Does he mean that they haven't been able to go back and get it?
Could very well be that people came in and just looted the stuff
Or does
out.
it mean that something's been stolen?
And they're told not to go back in, and at the same time, so you have a double whammy here of maybe your stuff's not covered.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that while everyone was out, and I mean, should the police department be expected to guard that place 24/7 after something like that? You know what I mean? Like, that seems like.
Look, if I think it's I think the building managers have the obligation of guarding
of having
property.
whatever security that they can hire to go in.
And if they can get cooperation from Midvale Police Department, right? It's not Midvale Police anymore.
Unified.
Yeah, Midvale joined Unified. So if that includes, some role played by Unified, I mean, I guess so, but I mean, they have to secure that building, and I hope they have, and I wish there was a little more information about that. Because that would be really, really super disappointing if people were starting to lose their things. So far, North Union officials have allowed tenants, North Union being the apartment complex, they've allowed tenants from the first, second, and third floors back into the building, but not the fourth floor. That's where the heaviest damage was sustained. And, the fourth floor is missing its roof. So anyone who had possessions on the fourth floor, they've basically been outside.
That's terrible.
They've been outside this whole time. Anyone who's driven past it knows what I'm talking about. That fourth floor is.
No, it came down. I mean, it's gone. And on top of it, that's the one that got all soaked. You think about it, there's not a thing in there that's not
they
ruined.
all got soaked, and especially with this, with the heat we've had.
But people could,
you're
exactly
mold,
right.
It's mold city in there.
Oh, for sure. But people could pick through, and you could find, like, jewelry is likely going to survive in a case like that, right? You're going to see a lot of stuff that survived, and that people just showed up. Maybe some creeps just showed up and picked through a bunch of people's personal possessions.
Gosh, I hope not.
In their absolute worst moment.
I hope not. Could you imagine?
Yes, I could, because
I totally could.
We've seen stupidity like this before, and desperation breeds more desperation. And the unfortunate thing is I mean, it's crazy to see how humans act. Like, in the moment of looting, like what creates like the looter brain. Where it's like this desperation thing where it's just like, oh, everybody's taking stuff. I got to take it too.
I need this TV.
But this is like frantic thing too. It's like, dude, I don't know. Like, I've got to run that direction too. Something's on fire. Get away. Oh, everybody's taking all this stuff. Okay, hand me one.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird human thing where people show up and they go, I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to start taking stuff. I'm desperate too. I got stuff going on too.
On this past Saturday, they had a big protest there at the building. People showed up. They held signs that said "Shame on Keller," which I guess is the ultimate owner. They held some signs that housing is a human right and justice for NUA tenants. They say they want a plan in place so they can access their belongings. They want more communication from the apartment owners and managers, and they want a voice in what happens when they're going forward. And they say they're also considering legal action. So apparently these tenants are hanging together a little bit to some degree. I mean, of course, many have moved on, right? And just, but apparently
just taking their lumps, I guess.
Well, apparently enough are hanging together. They were able to organize this rally, and gosh.
I just wonder if there's going to be. I wonder if there's going to be a moment where we have like a big lawsuit that ends up coming out of this thing, just make an absolute terrible situation turn more terrible. Good news is nobody got hurt, right? That we know of, that I know of.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think it would make sense if the language in those contracts was as ambiguous as the tenants say in relation to the insurance question. Then I think for sure someone up at the legislature ought to take a look at tightening up the expectations for landlords and for these kind of contracts in multifamily dwellings, which I think would be a heavy lift because the legislature is dominated by property developers and landlords.
This is probably the guy who owns the building. Yeah.
And so, and in fact, one of the narratives in Utah politics over the years has been the loosening of protections for renters. And so maybe this is an opportunity where we could say, hey, we kind of went a little too far in loosening this. We need to tighten this up, because if they can show that a property owner was able to have ambiguous language that benefited them and disadvantaged the tenants, then that's something the legislature, I would hope, would feel motivated to act on.
Ethan, let's take a break. We'll come back. We have more around the corner, and when we return, we're going to chat a little bit about, hey, guess what? What CEOs are making in the U.S. right now, and how it compares to your pay. We're going to have that list.
We're gonna compare pay.
We're going to depress the heck out of you.
You know what? Everyone get their pitchforks and torches.
Get ready to show up with your protest signs right around the corner here. First, before we go out, I want to remind you, the folks at Advanced Window Products are the place to go when it comes to getting your windows done. If you want to make sure and start saving money, not just this winter, but next summer, every season, these windows are not just going to look amazing. They're also going to be so technically dialed up that you're going to just be making sure all the cold is going to stay in when it comes to that AC. All the heat is going to stay in that home when it comes to your furnace, because those windows are going to trap it all in there, and they're going to make sure that they do it the most efficient way. And you're going to get the government rebates because they have all of the best windows, and those are going to look amazing. But also, they've cut out the middleman. Advanced Window Products has been here for 40 years. They are a Utah company. They know the Utah weather. They have been taking care of Utahns forever. They know how this weather works, and so they're the factory, and they can cut out the middleman and save you a bunch of money. How about saving you even more? $2,500 off of 10 windows or more. It's 850-9100. 801-850-9100. Advanced Window Products.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, start at Performance Automotive in Bountiful. Browse a large inventory of Ford, Toyota, and Honda vehicles, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned options. Whether you're upgrading your daily commute, looking for more space for the family, or ready for your next truck or SUV, the team at Performance Automotive can help you find the right fit. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda today. Or shop online at performancebountiful.com.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes that fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Amanda, every business needs IT help, and sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And Alex, you put this story in to the rundown. At least I think you did. Comparing your pay to the top CEO's pay. There's a handy dandy, AP's put together a handy infographic, which really is a comparison not between your own personal pay, although you can enter your annual salary, but it compares to major CEOs for publicly traded publicly traded companies compared to their typical employee. And here's the range, okay? The range actually starts at 0, okay? What CEO,
which is what Ethan's been working for. He's been working for $0 here at KSL Broadcast. We appreciate that.
Hey, well, I'd do anything.
Thank you.
I'd be doing anything for this company. What CEO? Let's see if you can pass this test.
$0.
What CEO gets $0 in annual pay?
It's a real company.
Real company, and you know it. You know this person. You can name the person and name the company.
Oh, Jeff Bezos, Amazon.
No. It's Elon Musk.
Oh.
Elon Musk takes 0 salary. Now, however,
his bonus package includes $17 billion every 14 minutes.
Yes, he stands to receive this year an additional $132 billion in stock if he hits his target.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Axon Enterprises CEO Patrick Smith has an annual pay of $40,000. But, and do you know how much Jack Dorsey gets?
Oh, Jack, what does he run?
He founded Twitter. He's now with Block Inc.
What does he get as the CEO of Block Inc?
Yeah.
I'll say it's like, I've seen this as a popular thing too, because they'll do like $1 million straight up, and then it'll be like their package includes $38 million. Like at the end of the year of bonus, like cash. So I'm going to go $1 million.
It's $3.
Oh, okay.
You were close. So, but let's scroll down here though, and I'm going to pick one kind of.
I want to look for the ones that are. Come on. I want the ones that
Carnival Corporation.
The cruise people?
The cruise line.
Okay.
Joshua Ian Weinstein.
It's not Shaq. I've seen him on the commercials.
His annual pay is $18.9 million. Do you know what that pay is versus a typical employee?
At Carnival?
Uh-huh.
If you've ever been on a cruise, you're like, is everybody from the Philippines on this? You know, and it has their like name tag and it says it says Philippines on there, and you're like, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it low. I'm going to say 48,000.
Well, I don't have it in dollars.
Oh, okay.
I have it in percent.
Tell me.
It's 1,063 times. He earns 1,063 times the average pay.
I'll tell you what he's not doing. Cleaning off the sneeze guard at the buffet. You know what I mean? Like
he's not.
That's not his job.
Norwegian Cruise.
How many cruise CEOs? So it's got to be comparable. It's inside the same business. I'm going to go with 21 million.
13.8 million in annual pay. That's 530 times the average employee.
Oh, it sounds like they pay their people better then, because that was less money than the other guy made, and on top of it, more. They're getting more.
I want to move a little bit higher. Okay.
Higher. Okay.
President of the Goldman Sachs Group.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're getting into like the $65 million a year range.
$118 million.
Oh,
118.9 million
figures.
annual pay.
9 figures.
Which is 740 times the average employee.
Sheesh.
So if you're getting 118 million, hold on a second.
No, I'll ask chat. Tell me what the numbers are again. I've got it right in front of me.
118 point. Let's say 119 million. We might be driving for two different numbers here. 119, 123, 123.
But so now my question is you're asking what the. So you're asking what the.
I'm wondering how much you're getting per paycheck.
Oh, if you're that person.
Every paycheck,
so
every 2
divided
weeks.
by 26. You just divide the big number by 26. That's
It's
all you have to do.
almost $5 million.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Divided by 26. Yeah, they're getting 4.7 million. That's not bad for every couple weeks. Ooh, but how much is going to their 401k? Does Goldman Sachs match?
Oh my gosh, could there be anything more irrelevant to this guy than his 401k?
And whether or not he's getting the maxed out 4% from his own company.
I mean,
you guys are matching, right?
I mean,
you guys are going to match, right?
I'll
come over if you match.
He maxes out his 401k contribution for the year in like the first 15 minutes of work.
Yeah, for sure.
He shows up to the first meeting and boom, 401k funded for the year, maxed for the year.
Oh,
not like all the rest of us are doing,
we can relate.
3, 4, 5%.
We can relate.
Max 401k.
We can all relate.
Oh my.
Okay, now what else is crazy? Anything else crazy number wise? Is that the highest one?
No. So here's what I thought was interesting.
Bob Iger, when he left Disney, because he was the same kind of thing where he's making like $2 million a year, but then by the end, his bonuses incentives would kick in every year, and he would end up getting like $50 million in cash every year on top of it.
Here's what's interesting. Okay, so David Solomon makes $119 million. That is 740 times the average employee at Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
Jane Frazier, who is the CEO at Citigroup, she earns $95 million.
Oh yeah.
But that is 1,300 times the average employee.
So the average employee over at what Citibank?
Goldman Sachs. The average employee at Goldman Sachs
they're
is
making way more money.
Way more money.
Yeah.
Also, Jane Frazier, highest ever paid woman CEO in a publicly traded company. I guess we have to say that because that's, we have this kind of information. We have this kind of data because they're publicly traded. So,
okay.
Isn't that crazy?
It's man.
All the big dogs though are the financial services. Wells Fargo CEO Charles Scharf.
Yeah, that's and see that's the thing is they do. Yeah, they'll pay themselves, man, for sure. The
$94.5 million.
Yeah, but why is that the standard? Like, hey, everyone, just if you're a CEO in the banking industry, you're gonna have to make 9 figures, man.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what though. So let's say the Goldman Sachs guy, let's say it was $4 million per paycheck.
Yes.
If KSL paid me $4 million a paycheck, I'd quit after 2 weeks.
After how many? 2 paid? No, do it after.
It'd probably be a month because it takes a couple weeks to get it going.
But why wouldn't you just do 1 full year? Just do 1 full year.
I'd be financially set for life after one paycheck.
Come on, you can work more than 2. You can work more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, but why would I?
Because.
But if KSL suddenly threw several $1 million at me, why would I keep working?
I think that you would be interested in getting to $12 million, and then you quit.
What's $12 million going to do for me that $7 million isn't going to do for me?
I think you could do better. And look, you're asking questions that the answer to them are simple. What's the difference? I don't need more than $7 million. Like, yeah, but you can have $119 million at the end of the year if you and I chewing the fat for 3 hours during the middle of our day. Come on. And by the way, there's the happiness factor that you think you're going to buy after you leave, but what are you going to do? Go on a bunch of Carnival and Norwegian cruises?
I guess that's true. I guess you're right about that. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm the happiest thing that's ever happened in your life, right? Come on.
You lift me up.
That's not even the words that I hate you. Oh, my God.
What is it?
You raise me up.
Oh, you raise me up.
Gosh, what is it? If it's like if you own like a forklift company, you lift me up to get the wrong words to the song. Okay.
All right. Everyone put away their pitchforks and torches. We're done with our class warfare segment.
Okay, but what's the median? Caitlin, our producer, was doing some of this legwork during the break here. What's the median household income was it the state of Utah or by city? Or what did you come up with, Caitlin? Okay. 98,336 for the state of Utah. That's actually higher than I thought it would be, Ethan. We're almost at 100,000 for the family, for the Median household income?
Household income. And I think probably because of how many dual income households we have.
Yes,
I mean,
have to have them
that's
now.
What drives that up.
Because you have to buy that $490,000 two-bedroom apartment now. It's a $500,000 condo.
Well, and have you seen the price of ground beef?
Oh, no, that's why I only get mine. Ethan, I went on my mission in Argentina. You know why? Just so I could have this beef hookup later in life. I have it just coming in the mail.
I love the idea that Argentina is riding to our rescue with their ground beef.
I actually did, not on a horse, because they also eat horse there, too. I've eaten a horse in Argentina.
Yeah.
You don't think I would have said that today on the show? I've eaten a horse in Argentina before.
Have you really? I've never had a horse.
Oh, yeah, I've had a horse.
I thought I almost ordered it in Iceland.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I almost ordered it this weekend here at the local.
Can you even
can you eat horse in the U.S.? Hey, Caitlin.
I'm not sure if you can.
Ask if we can eat horses here in the city of Utah. You know what? We'll come back.
You can eat goat. They got it at Costco.
Well,
on
that I already knew.
Look at this
I'm wondering
texter.
if you'll ever see like some hindquarters of a horse.
Look at this texter calling me out at 57500.
Oh, here it comes.
Ethan, I would do anything for this company. Also, Ethan, if I got paid $4 million in one paycheck, I'd
be out.
But I feel like everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because there's the part of you that goes, could I be doing something else that is me hanging out with my family or whatever it might be? I would do it for the sake of my kids and my grandkids it's not that they're not ever working, but that they wouldn't have to worry. Oh, come on. I want to you and I both know who wants to be that person that goes, "Oh, you're not allowed to have I'm not giving you any money.
Let me tell you something.
I'm burying it with me.
But I just want to put this out there.
Give it to charity."
Now, I have not experienced this myself. Far from it.
Here comes Millard.
But I can tell you this, that leaving wealth to sustain multiple generations, you are not necessarily doing your family a great favor.
Yeah, but I'll never even meet him.
I'll never meet those future unemployed drug addicts.
No, we're going to be the ones that change the things, Ethan.
I'm sure you will, yeah.
We'll be the ones that are different.
Yeah.
The Curies, man, we are staunch people. Okay, we're going to come back after news, traffic, and weather. Yeah, Steve's going to roll up and apparently have a new vibe for the GLP-1 crowd. His answer to saving money on injection weight loss medications. But also, this came up because you would imagine some of the workman's comp that you're dealing with if you're working in sanitation in New York City. Come right back. More to go. KSL Brightside.
2:32 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story is national. The U.S. is once again threatening Iran's economy. This time it's secondary sanctions on countries that do business with Iran. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the president is in talks with multiple nations, but didn't offer any specifics.
He said countries know the timeline right now that they have to essentially change their behavior, change how they're doing business with Iran, but that wasn't made public. And so it's not clear how long this threat would be out there and when the administration might take some action.
ABC's Karen Travers reporting. If your commute takes you on I-15 between Juab and Mona, you want to prepare for some extra traffic this week. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott tells us more.
Starting tomorrow, I-15 is going to see lane restrictions in both directions from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. as you come past Mona and Levan, Utah. If you're headed northbound, there'll be one lane of traffic available for commuters, but if you're going southbound, crews will be maintaining a temporary 2 lanes in the median. Obviously, this is going to come with some slowdowns, but UDOT would like to remind commuters to take it slow through the area and let road crews work safely.
UDOT says they'll also be improving SR 132 in Nephi, just miles from I-15, where traffic will be alternating one-way lanes. Your money at this moment, the Dow has closed up 140 points. The S&P is down 21 points. And coming up, more possible thunderstorms. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:34.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first. But if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you a local business tired of juggling deliveries, managing drivers, or sending valuable employees across town? There's a better way. Pigeon Ship. For more than 10 years, Pigeon Ship has provided fast, reliable, same-day and next-day delivery services for businesses throughout Utah. Whether you need a few deliveries a day or hundreds, Pigeon Ship has the network, technology, and experience to get it done on time. Auto parts, plumbing supplies, electrical components, pharmacy deliveries, and more. Utah's most successful businesses trust Pigeon Ship to keep their operations moving. Stop the stress of hiring drivers. Stop pulling employees away from their real jobs. And stop worrying about whether your deliveries will arrive on time. Join the thousands of businesses that rely on Pigeon Ship every day for dependable local delivery solutions. Visit pigeonship.com today to schedule a call and see how quickly Pigeon Ship can streamline your delivery operations. Pigeon Ship. Avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. That's pigeonship.com. pigeonship.com.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
We don't have any delays on I-15 both directions between Ogden and Provo, but there is a disabled vehicle on northbound I-15 just before 4500 south. They are in that left shoulder, possibly blocking the left lane, so a little bit careful going through that area, but otherwise not slow. Where it is slow, eastbound 2100 north in Lehi, approaching 2300 west, and Corey Ride Highway, both directions, really from Eagle Mountain Boulevard all the way over to Mountain View Corridor. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs in the mid to low 90s this week. Chances for an isolated storm this afternoon and tomorrow, and then we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Right now it is 91 and partly cloudy. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Keary.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome. You're listening to KSL Brightside. Just a couple of segments left here. And some interesting news out of New York. New York City sanitation workers are reporting an increase in needle stick injuries, a trend that the sanitation department says is probably linked to the growing number of New York residents who are using needles for GLP-1 weight loss. This is What are you pointing at here? Oh, we're going to do a Brightside health class.
Yes.
Sorry, I
that's what
didn't see.
No, I just wanted to make sure that we do this under the right banner here. Otherwise, we'll get sued by our partner.
Producer, Caleb.
Just as awkward as it was in junior high. It's time for KSL Brightside's health class.
No, you're pointing at something. What are you pointing at over there? So you're pointing at something. What is that?
Well, I can't see your screen very well.
Why can't you just get LASIK like a normal human being?
Well, you're still wearing glasses. You got LASIK, and look at
this has nothing to do with it. This is because now I've switched things. I can see everything right here. I can't see anything in front of me because I'm friggin' 45.
I can see just fine. I don't need glasses or LASIK.
You can't see just fine because you squint at everything and go, what am I looking at here? You want me to touch something. What do you want me to touch?
I just chose to not look at it.
It's fine.
I can see everything else.
I appreciate our partnership.
According to the New York City Department of Sanitation, 49 workers have been pricked by needles so far this year. Needles in the garbage.
You can't say it like that. That is
needles in the garbage.
What happened to you? I got hit with one of those garbage needles.
Over the past 3 years, 140 employees have experienced needle stick injuries. Jason Lehi, who's a sanitation worker, told ABC7 Eyewitness News in New York City. He says, that's one of my biggest fears as a sanitation worker, reaching for a bag and getting poked with something. Oh, my goodness.
Would you rather get poked with something when you reach for it? You grab and reach for a bag and you get that, or you reach for a bag and you grab something and you go, and it's a rat that bit you.
Oh, I'd rather have the rat.
A rat bite?
I would rather have a rat bite than a needle stick.
I mean, I know the implications with the needle stick are the risk could be a little bit higher.
Yeah, which is why I'd prefer the rat bite.
But what they're saying is the whole, let's not bury the lead here. The whole thing is that these are GLP-1 needles.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
They assume.
That's what they're saying.
Because it's so many more that are in the garbage. And I just love the idea of someone getting an injection, because you said what is it? It's either the gut or the arm. Where's the injection site?
I think mostly people do it in their belly.
Okay.
Right in the belly.
So as soon as they do it, they inject it, and then they just go as soon as it's
out onto the street.
They inject in their garage and throw it straight outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I assume happens with you people.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I think that an increase in needle sticks because of GLP-1 is
a small price to pay. Is that what you're going to say?
No, not that. It is better than an increase in needle sticks because of a dramatic increase in heroin users.
Right, which I think I would be more concerned about the heroin user needle stick than I would be the run-of-the-mill middle-aged guy.
If you had to choose, if you had to choose between one or the other.
Okay, GLP-1 guy, accidental needle stick, or rat bite.
Rat bite. Do not get me anywhere near.
Rat bite would be way worse.
I'm really amazed that you're entertaining this at all. Listen, one of the biggest problems that we've seen in GLP-1 is not the increase in needles hanging around New York City, although that's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually the cost. And it's kept a lot of people off of it. It's pushed a lot of people off of the GLP-1s who could use it or who needed to continue. And so we're grateful that we finally have some new competition in this space. Hopefully it'll help drive this price down. But Utah's most famous and most successful entrepreneur in its entire history, Steve, is jumping into the GLP-1 space. Thank goodness.
Hey there, Utah. Sick and tired of being sick and kind of chubby, too? Well, you don't want to pay those Hollywood fancy injection medicine prices, do you? Old Steve knows how you feel. Get out of the GLP-1 rat race and change over to Steve's Weight Loss Club this month at half off. Steve's Weight Loss Club meets in West Valley every week, starting with a brisk walk around the Valley Fair Mall for you and, you guessed it, some low-carb brisket from Steve's barbecue stand. Then we have an injection party for those who are a little nervous about doing the injection stuff themselves. Have a friend from Steve's Weight Loss Club do the injections for you. Steve, you're probably saying, I thought you said GLP-1 injections are too expensive. Well, they are, so come on down to Steve's Weight Loss Club for exclusive access to Steve's proprietary blend of GLP-2s, GLP-3s. You'll start losing weight and gaining hair in no time. Hey, Steve, where'd you get those weight loss drugs you're talking about? Have these statements been evaluated by the FDA? Well, join us this month to get bonus access to weight loss medications my cousin found in Tijuana called GLP-1. Don't let those fancy influencer moms and Draper tell you how to live your life. Act now this month, get a free weighted vest made from some old fishing weights I got off of Facebook Marketplace. You'll get to that goal weight lickety-split. This month only, get some free vitamins and stuff too with your subscription. Ashwagandha gravy mix, all the letter vitamins, caffeinated egg salad sandwiches. Steve's here for you on your weight loss journey, but the journey starts out with our walking group this Saturday behind the In-N-Out Burger at the Valley Fair Mall here in West Valley.
Well done, Steve.
Where did he say? Go to Mexico for the
GLP-1.
For the GLP-1.
That is. Hey,
look,
look,
a lot
they
of
can, they can bring the price down.
You know what's funny is we kind of go, come on, man, and then you go, oh, I forgot. Sorry, we're so sensitive to the fact that Mexico takes on a cajillion Utahns every year who go down there for their liposuction, for their for the staple surgery. They do all of it. We rely on going down to Mexico for our surgeries. Lay off us, okay?
I particularly liked the idea of the pre-workout egg salad sandwich.
Yeah,
the caffeinated.
Yeah. Well, and then the brisk walk for brisket.
Yeah.
To get things started off right. See, This is the weight loss club I want to be a part of.
Oh, finally.
Plus,
finally
again, no one has to do. I don't want to do the injection myself. So you just have somebody, just a stranger who's also part of the club. They do it for you. Did you say that you had assistance with it beforehand?
What do you mean?
The injection, or have you done it from the beginning by yourself?
From the beginning.
Okay.
I just steeled myself.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you close your eyes?
No, but it
required.
I stood there for a while.
Sorry, I'm just picturing you and then throwing the needle into the abyss, wherever that goes. Well, Steve, we appreciate it.
Emily finally said, "You're such a baby," and that gave me
okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
By the way, we got some information to update a question that had been proposed earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Caitlin helped me track this down. It is legal to eat horse meat in Utah.
Oh, good.
But only if it's your own horse.
Right.
It's illegal to sell or buy or serve it. If you slaughter your own horse, though, you can eat it.
So if I'm having a family get together, I can do this?
You can. Yep, you can.
I just can't charge for it, and I can't distribute it.
You can provide it for yourself, your immediate family, or non-paying guests.
Oh my! So yeah, you get together. Hey, you know what? Steve could have a horse meat business. Try to compete with the Argentines. See, here's the thing: is I'm sure Steve has already considered it. He probably already measured out the margins to see if it works out.
He's got his fingers in so many pies.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we've got to wrap things up here for your afternoon news. Oh, I think I saw Tim Hughes wander by. We'll see if we'll chat with Tim here in a minute. We've also got our AI question of the day. You don't want to miss any of it. Stay here. It is KSL Brightside.
Looking to transform your kitchen or bathroom? Discover the difference at AMC Building Materials. New arrivals are here. Explore the latest shaker-style cabinets, sleek European-style flat panel cabinets, and beautiful new quartz countertops in today's most popular colors. With a 25,000 square foot showroom and a warehouse in Salt Lake City, AMC keeps a wide selection of the most popular cabinets and countertops in stock. So many in-stock cabinet styles are available for same-day purchase and pickup, making it easy to start your project right away. Enjoy factory direct pricing, free design, free in-home measurements, and expert installation. Most remodeling projects are completed in as little as 10 days. Visit the AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West or schedule your free estimate today at amckitchensaltlakecity.com. AMC Building Materials. Come see the difference today.
Join KSL and the movie show this Friday from 10 to 1 at the Layton NPS store at 1150 North Main Street in Layton, npsstore.com.
Here's your chance to win some awesome prizes. From big-time sports action to a night of classic rock, KSL has your chance to score some incredible experiences. Enter for your chance to see the Utah Royals or Real Salt Lake, or rock out with Styx in Chicago at Aerofest at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Whether you're a sports fan, a music fan, or just a fan of winning, there's something waiting for you. Head to ksl.com/win. Get entered and good luck.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Getting help with electrical repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. The final segment of KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And Alex, some news out of Canaryville down in...
That's not usually said very often.
Doesn't usually make the headlines, but 2 men have been arrested. They were arrested early this morning, accused of cutting down a flock camera.
In where?
In Canaryville.
Oh, you know what? This actually happened in Mill Creek City. Did this? This happened too. It's not people that were accused of cutting it down. I'm sorry. A random flock camera showed up in Mill Creek, and Mill Creek City's like, we didn't put it up, and everyone's like, you didn't, and they're like, no, and they took it down, and nobody knew who put it up, and Mill Creek insisted it was not them.
Does Mill Creek have their own police department?
I think they're unified also. I'm pretty sure they're unified also.
Well, these 2 men in Iron County, they admitted to purposefully cutting, knocking down, and damaging the flock camera, and one man claimed he got the idea after watching Deflock America videos on social media.
Oh, I thought it was after listening to Brightside
to us.
KSL.
Hey, don't pin that on us.
Well, because
we
did
love
a story.
the flock cameras.
We did a story about. We didn't just do a story about how many cameras are around. We also did a story about how
the best way to cut them down and damage them.
The highest rated Sawzalls on Amazon. No,
the most effective ways to do it without being seen.
No, it was.
But that was for news purposes.
Minneapolis had like 14 cameras go down overnight. You remember that?
Yeah.
They're just straight up cut off at the tube. Whoop.
Well, these are young men. They were ages 18 and 19. Now, here's what's interesting: so deputies found the camera. Which was cut off at the base and laying in the dirt near its normal location. The camera had been struck multiple times by what appeared to be a large hammer. The wires had been cut. And so as they were investigating the vandalism, Cedar City police pulled over a vehicle for speeding and found a sledgehammer and Sawzall blade on the rear floorboard.
Oh, see, it was the Sawzall.
The Sawzall was wrapped in black plastic trash bag.
You guys.
I mean, that's a pretty amazing coincidence that they pulled these guys over for speeding the same night. I have to wonder if at some point...
Why did these guys agree to a search, by the way?
Well, it could have just seen. He could have just seen it, right?
Yeah, but you see that stuff in the back of the car. There's no way they'd have probable cause on a speeding stop to go, it's in the trash bag. You know what I mean?
This is where, and I couldn't speak to the legal nuances, but I wonder if when it comes down to it, when we actually get all the details, we'll find out that the police just looked at the next flock camera down the road, got the guy's license plates,
and then
pulled him over.
Or
later.
Just got the data off of this one.
Yeah.
They got the data off of this one. Can I tell you, it reminded me of a so one Saturday, Dave Noriega and I, who used to host Cougar Sports Saturday together.
Yeah.
one morning on a morning of the BYU Utah rivalry the football game down at LaVell. It was a year it was down at LaVell Edwards Stadium. We had a full on broadcast. We had to do like super early. I think we were down there at some business at like 7 a.m. And we were down there. We were doing the full show from like 7 to noon. I mean, it was a long show. And it was in the parking lot of LaVell Edwards Stadium. And while we're doing the show, you know, there was a whole thing because students are camped out on the other side of the stadium to get in early, right?
Yeah.
To get into the student section. And on the west side of the stadium, there's the big cougar statue, which somebody had painted red in the middle of the night. And nobody kind of knew what was going on. They didn't see when it happened.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the big bronze cougar, huge bronze cougar, is like half red.
Yeah.
Hastily done red.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that ever happened was we had at some point, we had somehow a law enforcement person approach and said, hey, we found the people who did it. And it was the same thing where they pulled over all these guys who just had red paint all over their faces and bodies inside a car. It was like 4 blocks from LaVell Edwards Stadium. They're all, what are you guys doing? This is frosting. I don't know what. At some point, you don't know what to tell them. You know, you just go, But it was just another chapter it was like members of the Utah baseball team or something like that. Allegedly, you know. And so it was the kind of thing where it's like, look, you have a job to do. Some people know, they go, I've got to go down and do this. Yeah. I have to do it. I know we might get caught, but this is rivalry week. We got to do something stupid. We got to do something. I remember going down to Provo and I'd never been a part of the BYU-Utah rivalry until I actually moved to Provo and became a student. And I remember that I've told you this story before. As soon as I came on campus and it was the BYU-Utah week, every statue was wrapped in plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Like head to toe. And I went, they freaking got us. Yeah. That's a great prank. They got us. They wrapped every one of them in saran wrap. And then I realized that was actually the security for it. And I thought,
to protect it.
Yeah, what a bummer. Every statue on campus has to be wrapped in plastic so that it doesn't get retified.
Well, you know what? No, it's a standard practice.
But the cougar you can't wrap up because you're like, this is the stadium. You got to put the cougar on display.
It's a standard practice. You vandalize your stuff before they can vandalize your stuff.
Right.
So you pre-vandalize it, then it removes it as a target.
I just thought it was so funny because there's so many statues around that have like a mom holding the hand of like a little child. The child's wrapped up in plastic, like just looks like a doll, and you're going, what's going on in this? There was one year where somebody got up to the Y to put a ton of red paint up on the Y, and I was like,
that happened up at the U too.
If they get up there, congrats. There's usually, an old dude on a 4-wheeler who will get you. He'll cut you down.
The U's a little bit more protected because it's in a neighborhood, and so it's kind of tough to get to the U. So I remember in the 90s when they started building houses up there, and that was kind of a big thing because every year people would try and paint it, and then all of a sudden there are like really wealthy people who do not want you around their property. And I think the U became a little easier to defend than it had been previously.
I was confused about, okay, Corey, we got to hit let's do the AI question of the day because I'm going to jump in here. I've got an AI question of the day for us here.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
So here's the deal. I told you that in Mill Creek they had a flock camera that popped up and they didn't know where it came from. It was I think it was like right downtown. And it said, and so I had this question because I was like, well, who'd this come from? Obviously, like, could just a random person put up a flock camera and go, I don't know, and then what would they use it for?
Like, could you buy a flock camera and put it up in your yard?
So I asked Ethan, how much does a flock camera cost, and can I buy one?
Okay.
Yeah. And it says, oh man,
I want to know the terms and conditions first. Is that the?
No. It's like, is this what you want? Because I asked.
Is there like a retail site?
No, that's the thing. Is there's a lot of hoops to jump through, and they said, okay.
Is AI trying to discourage you from buying a flock camera? Is that what's happening here?
It says, if you were saying this, A camera doesn't need Wi-Fi or electrical service. Flock's LPR cameras are solar-powered and cellular connected. Here's the catch. If you're thinking to yourself, I want one of those Flock cameras watching the street in front of my house so I can search every car that drives by. That's the type of application that Flock Falcon is trying to not support.
So they're trying to discourage you from it.
Sure. And it says, I dug into the current 2026 pricing is what it says. They're totally trying to be such idiots.
Well, yeah, AI is overstepping its bounds right now. AI is participating in the surveillance state.
Yeah. Flock's published 2026 installation schedule lists a standard initial camera installation between $1,000 and $1,250
for the camera.
For the camera and installation.
Well, that's
pretty good.
That's not.
But not the camera service or the subscription. The best estimate for this would roughly be this. Installation, just over $1,000, including subscription. It's likely about $1,000 a year on top of everything else.
Well, and you've got the power, too. A lot of these are solar powered. I bet that's separate.
Yes, so all of the systems that come with. So there it goes. It is really interesting as to why I was asking about this. Mind your own freaking business, dude.
Yeah, AI got really nervous about you asking.
It's weird. I'm going to dig in more to that. Speaking of digging in more, you've got actual news right around the corner. Tim Hughes standing by. Stay with us on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studio.